Good evening, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Let's go ahead and get started with our day. Any messages? No new message. Okay. Shay said he's going to try and be around tonight, but I'm not going to hold him to it because I know he's recovering from not feeling so well. And obviously, you know, when you're not feeling so well, you gotta take care of yourself first. Oh, this food is not going to last. Hi, Isaac. How's it going? Good, glad to hear it. We're gonna head by City Hall. I haven't. Well, let's see. Usual rotation, so we're gonna stop by the bank. I'll be honest, it's been ups and downs, but could be worse for sure. Doing pretty decent today. Oh, almost forgot passive mode. Good enough. Here we go. Which job? I don't know how far behind you are. If you're talking about deputy mayor, yes, that's what we're gonna be doing when we get to the courthouse. If you're further behind than that, I'm not sure what exactly we're referring to. Oh, thank you. I don't know how much longer I might have the job because we're getting ready to go into an election. And depending on the results of the election, my boss may no longer be the mayor, and therefore I may no longer be deputy mayor. I don't know yet. We haven't, as far as I know, like even started the election cycle because I haven't seen the message go out about people submitting applications yet for the next election, which is a little concerning. 1904, yeah, no, that tracks. One downside to being deputy mayor, the pay sucks. I mean, granted, the pay's about on par with what I make as a doctor. Unless, of
Hey,
course,
did
like...
you find anything on the floor?
No, not me.
Okay, never mind. All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm. I think it's... I know... I think both doctor and deputy mayor, I think, are both 1,100 an hour. Which, you know, in terms of real-world money, that's, like, fucking delicious. Like, that's the best thing ever. I would kill for a job that made $1,100 an hour. Probably, well, no, not literally. I'm not that sort of person. But just about. But, for comparison, as far as, like, city mechanics and stuff, like, working at Uwu, I can make $4,800 an hour. Sani, with a good following wind, you can make like 20K an hour. Well, maybe a little less, because I know that materials went down. But yeah, the job I got is not... Being a doctor, being deputy mayor, are not about making money. They're about making a difference in the city. And as long as I keep saying that, I feel better about it. No, I'm joking. But no, seriously though, it's... Because honestly, at the end of the day, Kyle doesn't have super expensive tastes. Like, I'm not out here looking for an LFA. I'm not out here looking for, you know, tuner cars and mansions and crazy parties. Which is good, because I'm not getting it. I'm out here for, you know... I live a relatively meager life and then hopefully some RP. As long as I get those two pieces, I'm pretty good. I mean, I'm biased. I feel like Kyle's a pretty decent guy. But Kyle's also largely based off of me, so like I said, biased. In terms of content, I admit, though, he is pretty damn boring. Like, Crims, Cops get into a lot more exciting stuff. Pretty much the only time I get into exciting stuff as a doctor is when Crims and Cops are popping off. Deputy Mayor has not popped off once, but again, that's more about, you know, making the city better, helping enable RP for other players. Because if they want to have a store that, you know, they're doing this and that through, they need to come through the mayor's office to do that. Having a deputy mayor around these hours means they've got someone to talk to about getting their business. Pull all the way forward. So that hopefully if Cash shows up, she's not gonna get pissed at me for leaving it there for a minute. Yeah, heists are exciting stuff. Hello. And honestly, that's kind of like what I love. Like, it's kind of hypocritical. I don't play a crim, but I like watching crim RP. I like watching like Heist RP. Not really so much like the gang war stuff sometimes, but not usually. Alright, so let's see here. Me and Nicholas are both in the app. That'll hold true for probably another hour or so. Let me go ahead and get my yellow pages up. Get the twat out. But yeah, heists are good content. They're also, you know, good for like high risk, high reward for money. Like if you get caught, you're going from the hopeful of up good to a very much down bad. But just don't get caught, I guess. Oh, nope. Unlock it first, then try and get in. Play on PS5, so you can't RP that much in the first place. Yeah, I don't know how RP would work. What? Why is my check oil light on? Well, there's something we're going to do today then, apparently. We're going to have to go take a look at the car, which is over here somewhere. There it is. Oh, hello. That was weird. And should have nothing to do with my engine. Did my car take like some nasty hits or something while I was in there? I'm not seeing any physical damage, but I don't know, it's weird. But yeah, I honestly, if I could console play to NoPixel, I would probably be very, very happy to do so. I figure it's probably not going to be more than like a couple grand. Granted, it has been a while, but this is also a D-class car. Plus, I'm going to Hayes because I can name drop the fact that I work at UU. And they're a little bit nicer to UU employees. I just have to remember not to go into the freaking weird first bay. Because the first bay is just a nightmare for my car. Or maybe just me because I'm a bad driver. I don't know. I mean, I'm an okay driver. Cool, have fun, bye. Oh. Good thing I wasn't relying on that light to get anywhere. Yeah, no, something very weird is going on with my car. And it feels like out of nowhere. Like I wasn't having these issues on the way to the city hall. But, you know what? It is what it is, I guess. I mean, granted, part of the method to my madness is, as you notice, I drive like a fucking granny. Kail is a civilian, and as such, he does all civilian stuff. If I was trying to drive at like 90 through the city like this, I probably would have wiped my car by now. But because I drive super cautiously. Oh, this is no good. Oh shit, I just fucking ran that light. Oh, wait, one sec. Vehicle, pop the hood. I don't know what happened.
Oh,
My
damn.
check oil light just came on randomly and started handling like really weird.
Yeah, I can see why. Your axle's like completely snapped in half there, my guy. Your brakes are kind of crumbling and your clutch pads are like non-existent.
Jesus. Hasn't been that long
Yeah,
since I've
yeah.
had it fixed, I don't think.
Oh, well, you're gonna need a decent fix to get this back up on the road, so.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, whatever it takes. Does it help that I was, on my way to Uwu where I work?
I don't know.
Okay.
What's your state ID?
8855.
Okay.
Just not at all casually dropping that. They're sold out of radios? That's crazy.
Alright, there you go.
That's a bit more than I expected. That's a little more than I expected, but, whatever it takes.
Well, hopefully after this she'll be working fine.
I would certainly hope so. I'll stay out of your way.
Do you want parts?
Think you can run the place? Run it.
Damn.
How's it going?
How the hell is the axle almost snapped?
Not bad.
I mean, it explains the steering, but how did that happen?
She ain't awful. What's your state ID?
15960.
I don't even drive that crazy. I mean, you've seen how I drive. I don't drive that crazy. Oh, shh. I think actually I do know why. Especially since she mentioned brake and clutch. Actually, I think I do know why. And it kind of is my fault a little bit, but mostly at locals. So last night there was this, I was heading back to the apartment, and there was this local that like pulled up right behind me and then started pushing my car into the intersection. And so I'm like freaking out, and I'm like slamming on reverse, trying to hold myself steady. And that's a lot of strain to put on the axle and the clutch pad. Not sure on the brake pads actually, but because I wasn't holding brake for that. But I guess that does make sense for the axle at least. Because, I mean, this was not like just like for like 1 second either. This was like consistently for like 15, 20 seconds while stopped at that red light. Like this local was just did not give a fuck, was destroying my car. I got the bumper fixed at Benny's. But Benny's is always kind of touch and go with other stuff. Sometimes Benny's will cover other stuff, and sometimes Benny's won't, and you have to take it actually to Hayes or Autos. It's not my fault, but it's my paycheck. Oh, that clunk came from my car, didn't it? That did not sound healthy. My food from yesterday is almost gone. Let me eat this real quick and drink the boba real quick. No, there's nothing like insurance in the city. Which, honestly, I'm kind of okay with, because, let's be honest, insurance would probably end up being a scam in this city. But still, no, there isn't anything like that. Okay. A rice ball, it will be good for probably another half hour, at least.
Okay, you're good to go.
Alright, thank you so much. Have a good day. Come on, open. There we go. Now we're back in business. This feels right. Oh, nope, that's way too fast. Perfect. Oh yeah, no, handling is much better now. Oh, you like that subtle slide on it? That subtle drift that I couldn't control? No, I like one of the reasons why I still have this car and don't mind, because this was actually my starter car. I got this when I moved into the city. But I like it because even though it kind of handles like a boat, it's a good car for like low and slow. It's not gonna... I'm not tempted to try and like push it and try and get to like 150 plus. Which is good because this car definitely couldn't handle that. I'd probably shake it to bits if I got it over 90. Dang it, I did it again. That's not the button I wanted to hit. I wonder if something's going on with Cass. That's a couple days in a row I haven't seen her. So, I don't know, like, I know probably a lot of people just leave it on, like, the default station or turn it off. I always put it over on the rock station. I just really like the music on this one. It gives me a lot more of kind of like almost an emo feel. Excuse the hell out of you. Where's that one person? Oh! What's up with Tilly? I've never proposals get all the way through. I'm gonna have to call her. It's gonna be easier to explain over the phone.
Hello.
Hello, Miss Tilly. So I called you because it's actually kind of easier to explain to answer your question when I'm speaking. I can
Okay.
just kind of ramble and say everything instead of like, you know, texting and it taking 7 years. So the trick is the way that the proposals work is it's there are 5 of us deputy mayors. One of us is actually like the chief of staff. So the other 4 we kind of like we review it, we put our notes on it, we send that up to Alex. They're our chief of staff, and Alex reviews it then and makes a final decision. The challenge, though, and the reason why it sometimes takes longer and is currently taking longer for you, is that Alex does have some stuff going on outside of the city, and obviously, you know, we know outside the city does take precedence to a degree.
Yeah.
So that's why there's been some delays on it. Do I expect it to be handled in a relatively soon-ish trademark time? Yes. Do I expect it to be necessarily today or tomorrow? Probably not.
Okay. I wasn't sure. So
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I was like, you know, that's a perfectly honest, that's a perfectly fair question. That's why I wanted to call and give you that information so that you understood. You know, it's not like we're like deliberately like donawalling your proposal or anything. There is a
yeah.
madness to the method, or
Okay.
flip that and reverse it. Either way.
Alright.
All right. Do you have any other questions for me while you got me on the line?
Not that I can think of right now.
All right. Well, if you come
I'm
up
sure
with
I
any-
will at some point.
Well, and if when you do, let me know.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much.
Absolutely. Take care. Be safe.
Alright. Bye-bye.
Bye. That's a Kyle. Well, that's a me thing that I gave Kyle. Is I pace when I talk on the phone. It helps me stay focused. I don't know why it works, but it does. And I found having Kyle pace while I'm thinking is as effective as having me pace when I'm thinking.
No, it's the same thing, really.
Yeah.
Words are hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come
Hey,
here
look
if
at me,
hungry.
hey. Yeah, come here.
Hello.
Alrighty.
What do you want?
For you.
I
Food
would
was-
like to go ahead and get a
course, have a good
filling
day.
bento, please.
I
Bento.
guess.
I got it.
I'm gonna make some filling.
Go swipe.
Oh, are we out of filling?
I don't know, but we're running low.
Okay.
Get that bento box.
For what it's worth, I am
He's
a
hungry.
government employee.
Okay.
He's so hungry.
Dean. Chill.
He's gonna pass away. of
Wait,
starvation.
Dean? I haven't
Huh.
seen you in ages. How's it
There,
been?
it's on the tray.
Yeah, because I've been in prison.
I'm glad you're finally back.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I remember when you were talking about like they were sending you away for like ever and ever and ever and ever and ever.
Yeah, they sentenced me to life.
Oh, jeez. Well, I'm glad you're back.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, pardon me. I gotta take this call. Have a new day, everyone.
Have a new day.
Hello, this is Dr. Kyle with the mayor's office.
Hello, Kail. This is Rin. Hello.
Hello, Miss Rin. How are you today?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing well enough. How may I help you today?
I just wanted to check on a business proposal that I turned in like a few weeks ago.
For poison?
Yeah, for poison.
So I did review it previously, and I submitted my notes up to the chief of staff. I'm just waiting on some follow-up from them so that we know actually whether it's being approved or denied. So I promise it is being looked at. I've been keeping an eye on it. I haven't gotten any word back, and that's kind of where we sit.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering because I feel bad because I don't want to keep like seem like I'm rushing you guys, but is kind of just been like a while since like since we submitted it. So I was just wondering what was taking long. But if you're just waiting to get word back, then we can't really do much.
Yeah, well, and the other challenge is our chief of staff, the one who kind of does the finals, yay or nay. They've got some stuff going on outside of the city that obviously kind of takes precedence. So, unfortunately, I wish that we did have a way of speeding this up. You're kind of like at the top of the list, honestly. As last time I looked at it, I was reviewing the list yesterday or the day before, and there was a list of people. There was a backlog, but yours was definitely right at the top.
Okay. Do you know if it's more following in the idea that it's gonna be approved or disapproved? I was just curious.
Give me a second. Let me look it up on my phone here. I can't tell you everyone's opinion. I can only tell you what I can see right this second. So I wouldn't be able to tell you like obviously which direction Alex is going to jump on it. But if you give me just a moment, let me look at the kind of the consensus thus far.
Yeah, no worries.
Poison. That is going back a long ass way. I'm not kidding. That was let's see. Operating complete loss for 3 months. Market relatively niche. Relies on another business to copyright products. Not enough information about fiscal planning and product pricing. Okay, so like I said, keep in mind this is not the final word. Based on what I'm seeing so far, it looks like kind of the consensus is that it may not go through. Mostly based on just kind of like the information that's there. We feel like, maybe a little bit more information about kind of like what you're going to do for the first couple months until you start making a profit, like how your money's going to kind of look as you're going through that, so that we know that when you're approved, it's not going to turn into like it's not going to fail during that first couple months and just be kind of like an abandoned idea.
Yeah, no worries. That's why I've been calling. So each time I call, I always ask if there's any questions and stuff, just so that I could clear it up. But I just never really had the chance to, you know, answer questions because I always end up calling really late in the last tsunami, or they just end up not really asking. But that is a good
Well,
thought.
tell you what, are you available right now?
I probably in 10-20 minutes because I have to go through some training.
Okay, fair enough. So here's my suggestion. What I would say is when you're available, I'm gonna go ahead and be up at City Hall. I'll be in the in Mayor Mickey's office. Go ahead and come up and meet me there, and we can sit down and discuss it, talk about it. Kind of hammer out those details, and I can go ahead and submit that into kind of like the bin of all the thoughts and ideas, so that we have that there as well when it comes time for the final review. How's that sound?
Okay, sounds good. I will probably bring my business partner with me. She's awake at the moment,
Oh, perfect.
and
Yeah.
then yeah, and then once I become free, I'll let you know, or I'll just come by.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm at U right now, but I'm heading back there, so I should probably be there by the time you're done with your training that you mentioned.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, Ren. I look forward to speaking with you then.
Okay, see you. Bye bye.
All right, take care. Bye. All right, cool. So we got an RP situation coming up. Rude locals. Yeah, and honestly, sometimes it is a losing game trying to keep everyone happy. But, we do our best. I do my best. Rude locals. Let's go ahead and put our music back on.
Hello, anybody in here?
Hey, how's it going?
But that's the thing is, so Kyle has a couple things. First of all, he's a pacifist. So killing people is 100% off the table for him. I guess that's actually just the main thing. But he does also have like very much a people pleaser personality. I can speak, I promise. I'll be entirely honest, and this is something that probably if NoPixel knew, they probably would be like, then why are you here? But by now I've been here for so long that they're probably like, fuck it, whatever. Which is, before I joined NoPixel, I had charted maybe 15 minutes of GTA O, and that was purely just spec testing. I joined to RP. I did not join because I'm necessarily a fan of like the GTA franchise, and that's also part of why I'm a pure civilian. Like that's kind of like the real background there, the real kind of sauce there, is that I am bad at FPS. Like I am critically bad at FPS games. I'm bad at aiming, which obviously is 99.9%. My twitch reflexes aren't the greatest, which is kind of like really important. Like if I were to get into a shootout, I would be pretty much guaranteed to just die. Like there's no question there. I'm just dead. That's the end of the story. But in an RP situation where I'm not shooting people and getting shot at, you know, I can hold my own in an RP situation. I've done tons of RPGs. I've played D&D, I've done all that kinds of stuff. So I feel like I can do the RP decently well. I just build a character that, you know, fits my personality. And then I play that character. What on earth is going on here? Hello. Yeah, no, and no offense taken. Like, honestly, RP's not for everyone. Some people like watching RP, some people like playing RP, some people like both, and some people like neither. It takes all kinds. Oh, this is City Hall.
What the hell? Where'd you come from?
Oh, I was right behind you, gentlemen.
What the shit? You're following us?
No, I work here.
Who do you know?
I work here. I know a lot of people who work here.
I'd like to get a weapons license.
For that, you would need a county clerk. One moment.
I saw you work here.
Yeah, I do, but I'm a deputy mayor, not a county clerk.
Can't be serious.
I've been arrested.
So you're just help?
I'm here to help run the city, yes.
Seriously?
Seriously?
Mm-hmm, very seriously. I'm sorry?
I need my record expunged too.
For record expungement, you would actually need to speak with a judge. You would have to go through a court case to get it expunged.
That easy.
Yep, you go through a court case. I'm here for business proposals. I help people get their new businesses started.
Seriously?
So
Carl, what about your business?
Brothers
Carl.
Incorporated.
Oh, the Malone Brothers Incorporated, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. If you have a business proposal, just make sure you submit it through the government website. I'll be happy to review it and pass my notes on it up.
Oh, yes.
I'll have
Yes.
my guy speak to my guy, speak to your guy, which speaks to the guy at the docks, which my guy is Jerry, so Jerry can take some notes. He's pretty good at doing the round stuff, and he's pretty good at writing stuff down, I think.
Here I go.
Excellent. Yeah, absolutely. Get your guy in touch with my guy, and we'll do lunch.
You want to do lunch or you want to do dinner?
Either one.
I'm more of a
What-
dinner kind of guy, but
Well, not a burger shot, though. I play sex.
yeah, not a.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Burger Shop personally.
It's
Yeah,
kinda
salty
burger
us.
shit.
Honestly, if you want to know about a restaurant, there's a couple restaurants in this city that one is like kind of like the big hot thing, and the other one's kind of like a hidden gem that you actually have to go out of the city to find. So the one in the city that's amazing is Ooh Cafe, the cat cafe down kind of in that same area. They have amazing food.
Been there, done that.
They're really good.
Serious.
But the other one,
The curry's alright. It's alright.
yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. And then the other one is a little place up in Paleto called Mojito Inn, if you've heard of it.
The
Seriously.
Mojito Inn?
Mojito Inn. They've got like a really good southern cuisine.
Where did you say that was?
It's up in Paleto Bay.
Oh, Polito.
Yeah, it's up on the north end of the island.
So north end of the island.
You got that?
I think so. It's a Polito Bay. It's a Mojito Inn.
Polito.
It's a Polito.
Toledo.
Polito.
It's a Polito Bay.
Close
No,
enough,
it's
Whatever.
Toledo.
Toledo.
Polito Bay.
Just remember it's the north end of the
It's a
island.
Mojito Bay.
Mojito Inn.
It's a Mojito Inn.
Oh, Mojito Inn on is a Polito Inn.
Close enough. Remember the north end of the island. You can't miss it.
Seriously?
Seriously?
Seriously.
I don't even have a
On the
compass.
island?
Seriously?
If you have a car, if you have a car or a phone, you have GPS built into both.
Seriously?
Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
You have that, Kevin?
On your phone?
I mean, phones are very helpful in the city. I do see that you have one right there, and you have one as
Oh,
well.
of course.
Sure.
Some asshole stole my phone yesterday.
Oh, that's never good.
Yeah.
If you do lose your
get
phone,
the move.
if you do lose your phone and the police aren't able to help you get it back, you can always go to Digital Den to get a replacement.
Oh, yes, they took care of me.
Excellent.
So you're gonna help him with his weapon license
Like
or not?
Mojito.
I'm not able to help with the weapons license, I'm afraid. I'm sorry.
Seriously?
You would need a
Can't
county
collect
clerk for
this
that.
pumpkin.
You can't pick up your pumpkin?
I can't pick up the pumpkin.
Ah, shit, how are you gonna get all four of these in?
Shit, bullshit.
Yeah, sorry, all the pumpkins here are glued to the ground or glued to objects.
Stupid.
Have a good day, be safe. Yeah, minimap GPS. Alright, well, we're gonna go ahead and go back to the office now while we wait for Rin. We'll go ahead and see if there's anything new that needs to be reviewed. Swear, sometimes these doors are super complicated and don't listen. Alright, let me take a quick glance over at the file just to see if there is anything new. I mean, this is a change. The newest thing was actually 2 full days ago. I don't know what to do with that information. I am going to need to have Poison up, though, for when she gets here. Let's see here. So, let's see. There was... And the reason I mentioned that, the issues, is so, like, open for business, purchase storefront, undergo interviews, hire editors and photographers. That's all month 1. Month 2 is just barely beginning media marketing push and starting to take photos and edit them. Month 3 is submitting everything to the manufacturer. Month 4 is when they expect to start rolling out magazines and other products. So that's kind of the challenge there. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's all kinds of emotes to sit other ways as well. But there's definitely interactable objects in this city. There's objects where you can sit. There's objects where you can do yoga. We'll wait out in the lobby. Waiting here is going to be boring, I have a feeling. Since I work here, I can lock and unlock that door. Only that door, I think. Hello. So the applications are actually in a Google Forms. If we need to, I do have it set up where we can switch over to, unfortunately, Edge, but that's because both my Chrome and my Opera, I would be leaking stuff if I swap to them. So Edge it is. But I've got it set up where we can swap, where I can tab over and we can review stuff over there as needed. You know, when it works, because that's always the question. Speaking of which, oh, it's not working. Cool, let me fix that really quick. There we go. So there it is right there. So as needed, we do have that available. The one challenge with being a civilian, if I'm deputy mayor, if I can kind of go wherever, but we kind of already said we were coming back here. So I'm just kind of chilling here waiting now. But, like when I'm a doctor, I have to stay at the hospital. I can't leave the hospital for any reason. Unless I'm like on break. Oh, we're like playing, but yeah, you don't want to leak things. Well, no, it's less leaking stuff like that, and like, I might have like personal stuff up in Chrome or personal stuff in Opera. So not necessarily like the game, but like Fatessa's stuff. I don't mind leaking Kyle's stuff. Kyle, whatever. Okay, no responses to that. Elephant is around. Oh, I guess Biz is running. I mean, I guess that makes sense that Biz would be running for mayor. It's funny that you don't have a yellow pages up. Yeah, I know it happens. It's just a matter of you gotta be careful. You just gotta be careful, that's all it is. I still... I just kind of wish that there was a I wish more people were putting out what was going on as far as who's applying. Because there still has been no actual word on the mayoral applications, and that's bugging me. Yeah, like the last announcement for the election was August 8th. The election was called on the 21st. And it's supposed to be every 2 months. So I don't know. I really don't know what's going on there. Like, I know I've seen attendant talking about running for mayor. I've seen Osvaldo Pingafria talking about running for mayor. And now we have Biz is definitely throwing their hat in the ring again. I just don't know which way to jump because whether or not I run depends on whether or not our current mayor runs again. Because if our current mayor runs again, well, I mean, I work for him, so it seems like a conflict of interest to run against him. But if he doesn't run again, then I'm definitely running again. Well, and that's the other possibility, is I don't know how that works. Hello.
Hey. Hey, how's it going today?
Not too bad. How's your gentleman's day going?
Alright.
It could be better.
Yeah, always could be.
You see that? You see that dog?
What?
He looked up his thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I see it.
Bye. But yeah, I mean, that's always the possibility, is that when a new mayor comes in, they usually appoint all their own staff. So if Mickey loses the mayorship,
No, I'm good.
then whoever wins, you know, they might keep me around, they might not. The candidate I think is most likely to win, one of the people who's kind of advising him is actually a friend of Kyle's, and is likely to say, hey, you know, if you need staff, Kyle's, you know, a good guy, he's around in these hours, you should probably keep him around. But if it's someone that doesn't know me, odds are good that they may not keep me around. Which, you know, it sucks, but at that point, you know, I just stop being a deputy mayor for a while. And maybe I run again in the next election, which is, I mean, the other thing is it's supposed to be every 2 months. But it's right now it's looking like it's going to be like 2.5 months, which means the next one, instead of being in December, might be in January. I don't know what's going on. I wish I knew what was going on. It just doesn't make sense. But it should be open at this point. It really should. I'm gonna take a look at something off stream real quick while we're waiting. I'm gonna keep talking, but I just want to take a look at something really quick. Department of Justice. No, it's not that. There we go. City Hall. Okay, yeah, no, they haven't opened a thread for it yet either. Hello.
Hey.
So yeah, at this point, I don't know what's going on because it feels like it should have already started. I think part of what's slowing it down, which this might also be part of the, kind of plan. But the current mayor, because so the reason why there's so much uncertainty, messing up RP schedule, yeah, it happens. But part of the reason there's so much uncertainty is before our current mayor, before Mayor Mickey, the unwritten rule that was passed down by the quote-unquote Senate, aka the admins, was that you get 2 terms in a row, and then you can't run for a couple terms, and then you can run again. This would be Mayor Mickey's 3rd term, which means by that unwritten rule, he shouldn't be able to run. So on the one hand, he's trying to get legislation passed, allowing him a 3rd term, and only a 3rd term, but only if he gets a supermajority, at least 60% of the vote. Which, right now, with the way the numbers from the last election turned out, probably not going to. We would probably get like 50. He got 55% last time, and that was against, like, I think I was one of the biggest names against him, and that's only because I'm a doctor. Like, not that many people knew me, and I was one of the biggest names against him. Whereas this time around, he's got one of the bigger doctors on the server. He's got a couple of, like, RP juggernauts. He's got a couple of smaller people, too, all running against him. Like, it's going to be a relatively crowded field looking at everybody that's on the list. Yeah, it's kind of like the president. Except that the president doesn't get to run again if they feel like it after 8 years. Hello.
Hey there. How are you?
Doing well. How are you today?
Wonderful.
Good to hear.
Yeah. Why'd you have leggings and a dress? I don't know.
He owns quite a few homes.
Did you see that lady?
But yeah,
I think I know her
Anyway.
actually.
But yeah, so but then there's a second piece of legislation that's being pushed through a second channel, which I happen to know out of character, but Kyle has no idea where from. He has a guess, but he doesn't know. Which is that same friend I mentioned before. Which would lock it to being 2 terms you're out, actually codifying it in law. So it's interesting to see which of the 2 actually goes forward. Because if it ends up being the 3rd term allowed as long as it's a supermajority, Mickey's going to run again. Might win? Probably not. I don't think so. And then from there, you have whoever was the runner-up is going to end up getting the mayor's office. Which, based on my projections, the most likely, I think, is going to be Osvaldo. Because, like I said, he's building up a lot of RP. He's got another of the RP juggernauts behind him. It's going to be a very interesting, because it is a little bit more of a shit story, in a way. RP is definitely fun, in my opinion. It can be challenging because there's a lot of things you have to remember. Well, no, actually, I take that back. So the thing is that it depends on the character you make. Like, I made a character who's, young, very kind of like, is very, very book smart, maybe not as street smart. Maybe kind of has a little bit of a lower EQ, emotional IQ. But he's got a really good brain for facts and figures and stuff like that. So for him, he's the type of character that is going to kind of know all this and kind of be able to assemble the pieces in a certain way. But it's also, I mean, I talk to, like, when I'm a doctor, Like I have like say that someone's suffering a concussion. Like one of the things you do for a concussion test is you ask simple questions that a healthy person should easily be able to answer. Like how many fingers am I holding up, or what year is it, or who's the current mayor. And I like using the who's the mayor question because that should be an easier answer. But I would say 80-85% of the time, whether a person's concussed or not, their answer is, I don't know, or they think it's still an older mayor. Like, you don't have to have all this kind of stuff memorized in order to get into RP. You can totally have a character that literally just does not give a shit about any of this. I have a character that very much does give a shit about all this. And so as a result, he is a lot more kind of involved in all that. I hate that. Hurry up and eat so I can put your chair back down. But I mean, honestly, the biggest challenge for some people, especially like console gamers, which I'm both PC gamer and console gamer. I see the argument for both. But one of the biggest issues for console gamers is that in order to get into this, you have to be on PC. Like you said, there's not really a way to do this on console. You can do this with controller, but you need access to, like the NoPixel mods, which NoPixel mods aren't available for console players. Like literally it just does not have the specs to launch it, or like you try and play and it does weird shit. Because I'll be honest, when I started playing it, mine did weird shit. And I figured out some fixes to try and fix some of that. Because if you don't have the specs for it, I mean, that's just kind of, you're done. You're already done. But if it's working kinda, but it's not like it does weird shit, like stuff doesn't load and you fall through the ground and stuff like that, there's fixes for all that. Hi, Rake. Thank you so much for the raid. Hello, Raiders. We are currently chilling at City Hall waiting for Rin to show up with her friend so we can talk about their proposal. In the meantime, we're just talking about the game and what's going on in the city a little bit. Feel free to jump in with your thoughts and, opinions, whatever you want to talk about. And we'll keep the conversation going while we're waiting. Yeah, some of it weird shit. Also, Rick, I hope you had a good stream. Hope everything went well for you over there. I was gonna say, I was pretty sure it'd been longer than 20 minutes.
Hello.
Hello, just checking in, seeing how everything was going.
Oh, wait, is this sorry, I don't remember. Is
Yeah,
this Kail?
this is Dr. Kyle with the mayor's office.
Oh, sorry, I don't know why I keep calling you Kail. Kyle, sorry.
It's the spelling.
No worries. I was just talking to my business partner, and we're planning to come down very soon.
Oh, okay, perfect. I just wanted to make sure that was still in the cards.
Yeah, no worries. I'll probably be there in like less than 5 minutes.
All right, sounds good. I am waiting up in the lobby.
Okay, sounds good. I'll see you in a bit.
All right, take care. See you shortly.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. So actually, there is a fix for that because that is exactly what used to happen to me. So what you need to do is, where was it? I think it's here. Yeah, you come here, into graphics, go to extended texture budget, and you just crank this up a good chunk higher. Like I put it a little over half. And as soon as I did that, I stopped getting the missing graphics. I stopped getting the falling through the earth. So it is fixable as long as your computer has the RAM to handle it. You just have to crank that up a little ways. Because, yeah, if I were to turn that down and go driving, my first day, and this is something I jokingly talk about sometimes when I first moved to the city, in character I describe it as that I kept falling through into the upside down. And that's exactly that's all it was, is I would just fall through the earth and get to, like, you know, that creepy undermap where you've got the reverse skyline. So Kyle calls that the upside down, or I call that the upside down. Okay, yeah. If it works, great. And hey, you know, if it works, you can try and get in here in the whitelist and join us. Always the more the merrier. Especially if it's civs, but crims are always welcome too, and cops. But yeah, what I did was after I figured out that setting, I went around to a couple of like, or actually no, I figured out that setting after I came back because it was still happening to me. But if I figured out if I would go really crazy slow and kind of like avoid the missing chunks, it would work. But that was just really freaking annoying. But I was talking to someone about it, and they, you know, suggested that, like, obviously through like in character terms, because you can't really talk about stuff out of character on the server. You gotta talk in character. But there's just like a language to it that you pick up pretty quick. But yeah, I was talking to someone about it, and he kind of turned me onto that setting, and after I fixed it, I haven't had the issue literally once. The only thing I do run into an issue with, though, is if I'm in a vehicle with someone who's speeding around a lot, I'll get too many graphics loaded, and so my muscles will kind of seize up, quote unquote, aka it'll take a couple seconds for stuff to respond. Hello, Miss Liddell.
Oh my god, hello Kyle. Well, I'm gonna go do EMS soon probably, but I just thought I would call you while maybe you are not busy, and ask if you knew anything about the business proposal.
I'll be honest, the last I knew is the last thing I told you.
Yeah.
Like I said before, everything kind of goes up to actually wait, I'm thinking of a different one. Give me a second, actually, let me double check. I don't want to make a liar of myself.
That's okay.
I am looking at something tabbed
I also don't
out.
mind if nothing's happened.
Alice Liddell, Wonderful Whimsies. So the only thing I see, I see my notes, obviously, as we discussed before. I'm very much a fan. The only other thing I see is there was a concern from one of the other deputies about whether or not you have in writing that it's okay to use the Know You brand.
I have it in email writing.
That's good enough. Yeah, as long as it's something physical, tangible that can be pointed to. An email is close enough. Like, I presume, like a Discordia email?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
Asher
That
doesn't
counts.
really wake up in the city much. He's like on holiday and things, so
Hi there.
he says he doesn't mind.
Yeah, no, and that's, I mean, that's honestly, things happen. People just start hibernating in their apartments more or move out of the city. You know, we try and take that all into account.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, if you have that, that's kind of the biggest thing, and then, you know, we'll just I don't foresee an issue, but I'll definitely include in the notes that is already there.
Cool. All right. Awesome.
All right.
What's up, Benny?
I I've tried to look out for the person you mentioned, Andy, and I saw them once at Uwu, but yeah, I didn't know it was them until after. But yeah, I'm working on that.
Okay, sounds good.
It sounds like things are a bit slow at the moment anyway, so the fact that I am a bit slow as well doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, there's challenges on our end as well, just based on our chief of staff has a lot going on outside the city that they need to deal with. So, things are kind of running a little slow as it stands.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Go ahead and come on
just
back.
oh god, are you busy?
Oh no, no, it's fine, it's fine. I have a meeting that's getting ready to start.
All right. Well, I'll let you go. And just remember, you can text me or whatever if you need anything else.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I'll talk to you later.
Cool. I'll probably see you later. Yeah.
All right, take care.
Okay. Bye. Bye. You too.
Bye. All right, sorry about that.
Hello, Kyle. How are you?
Doing well. How are you doing today?
Doing good, doing good. The usual. Well, actually, I don't know. I feel like my day hasn't really started yet, but
Oh.
eventually.
I mean,
Besides,
fair enough.
besides like going through training and stuff, but it is what it is. But, sorry. For our business proposal, can you remind me what are some concerns that we should talk about?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm bringing it up here right now. Let me swap back to my notes. Dang it, too many things going on at once. There we go. Potential niche. 3 months complete loss. Using another company's copyrighted product. More information about fiscal planning and project pricing. All right. Okay. So the first kind of big concern. Actually, you know what? Let me mute my phone really quick, just
Yeah,
so
no
while we're
worries.
in the meeting. All right. So the first kind of big concern was that looking at kind of like your rollout schedule. And obviously, I understand that things take time. Obviously, you're not going to be able to hit the ground with a zine already printed. That would be completely ludicrous of me to expect.
Yeah.
The big first kind of concern is that we're looking at essentially a 3 month, like 90 days of pre-production before you reach the release of your first zine. Your first product period. Based on that fact, one of the concerns we have would be, do you have the capital to pay A, B, C, D, E during that 90 days so that you're still operating when you hit day 91 and that magazine becomes available?
Yeah. Um so about that, we are going to invest with our own money to this
Mm-hmm.
business, but we also have investors in case we do need that extra cash.
Okay, that sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Now, have you run the numbers on exactly what that first 90 days is going to look like? I don't recall seeing that in the proposal.
Not the first 90 days because I didn't know that was something that you guys looked into. But we do have like a few ideas in mind. One of them is going to be Polaroid pictures. I have talked
Mm-hmm.
to the CEO of Pixel Perfect, and he is okay with us using his Polaroid pictures to resell for actual pictures of the models that we're planning to hire, as well as doing small subscriptions for like a weekly or monthly fee. It is an idea that we're having, but along with that, we're planning to do like text subscriptions where if people are interested in our models, we'll send them, personalized messages. And it really depends on what they pay. So,
Okay. And so
mhm.
you do have that was going to be another of my questions. Do you have something I'm presuming from Mr. Spade in writing regarding that?
I can ask him like if you actually need like him approving our use of the Polaroid pictures.
So the thing is here is I come to these I come to these from a very much an angle of be ready so you don't have to get ready, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I like to kind of bulletproof everything as much as possible. And one major possible issue, which could become a civil case, is if it's a verbal handshake agreement. It could very easily, Mr. Spade, or more to the point, Miss Foos could down the road say, "No, we never approved this. I want a cut."
Okay. It was a verbal agreement, but if you bring it up, I think we can probably hire a lawyer or something to write a little contract for us, just so that we have the protection we need when it comes to a situation like that.
Yeah, and that honestly is going to be your best course of action if you have something legally, something documented in writing, signed, notarized. That's going to 100% bulletproof your company. Like I said, I'm not saying you're going to need it. I don't see Mr. Spade being that sort of being petty along those lines. I don't see Miss Foos being petty along those lines. It's always good to be ready, like I said, so you don't have to get ready
Yeah.
later.
Yeah, of course, of course. Because
Of course, I knew it
I
was
was
going to
planning
happen.
that if, you know, if our pictures do become, let's say, a lot more successful than we thought,
Mhm.
I was planning on giving them like a cut of our profits for that, just so it'll be like a thank you for letting us use your products and such. But if it comes to the legal papers, I believe the only issue I would have is getting the approval from Miss Foos, since she is hardly around in the city.
I
So
mean,
I
that
may
is
have
fair. She has
to.
gone kind of international, so unfortunately, she does have a lot of gigs outside of the city that demand a lot of
Hmm.
her time.
Yeah, which
Her
is
and the mayor have
why.
something in common in that regard. They spend a lot more time out of the city these days.
Yeah, which is why I went straight to Mr. Spade for this, because he is, the one who's running majority of Pixel Perfect to begin with.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I mean, I feel like we've got some good answers there. Like I said, one thing that I would kind of really want is kind of like more of a financial, like, what are you going to do for those 3 months? Where are you seeing financially the trajectory? Also, a little bit more. I know right at this moment, obviously there's operating costs, overhead costs, manufacturing costs. I know that you still need to kind of get all that kind of situated before you can say this is the point where you make profit. This is your break even.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, one thing that we do like to see, at least as a ballpark, is what you're kind of estimating things are going to look like as far as your costs, and what you're estimating things are going to look like as far as the cost of the products you're trying to sell. Like I said, it's
Okay.
I'm not trying to nail you down and say, you said 350, now you're charging 375. That's not how that works. But
Yeah,
just
yeah,
to have
no.
an idea.
If anything, if I did come up with a chart to show our break even point during those 3 months, would you want me to email it to you?
So honestly, what I'm going to recommend, just as a precaution, is take your version, your copy of the proposal you sent to us already.
Mm-hmm.
Get that kind of information kind of folded in where it makes sense. um if you're not 100% comfortable with like with the changes I'm suggesting, you think you might need like someone who's a little bit more experienced, I can recommend a couple people. But I mean, you've got the bones there, and there's good bones there. I don't
Okay.
foresee an issue. It's just that little bit of flesh that we're missing to kind of really have an idea. Like I said, like I told you over the phone, ultimately what we're looking for is we have, or at least in my case, what I'm looking at is I have faith in what you're talking about. I have faith in what you're proposing, and I see some positives here. And just between the three of us, if you also are including some male models, you may have I might have another customer here as well. Um,
Of course, of course.
but at the same time, like, we just want to make sure that if we give your business license and we go fly free little birds, that in 2 months down the line you're not going to bankrupt yourselves and the business spin out of control and you have to give up on everything because you didn't have 100% of everything in line. That's why we ask for so much detail, so we know that at the end of the day, you're already ready. You're gonna face it. You're gonna face every obstacle, and you're gonna create something amazing to give back to the city.
Yeah. Well, the ideally the ultimate purpose of our business is to give exposure to our models.
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing that really, really depends on is like how much the models want to put themselves out there, because we are letting the models decide on what they think their value is. And of course we want to help them give exposure to them. So
Yeah,
a
absolutely.
lot of our prices, they're not ideally set to one price, if that makes sense.
Okay,
So, for
so like,
example,
like for example, like you have three models. Model A has more kind of like is more a little bit more, not necessarily shy, but maybe a little bit lower of a self value. And she's like, well, this photo of me, I don't think anyone's gonna pay more than $100. I'm okay with that. But then you have Model B that's like, oh well,
yeah.
I am literally all that. I am the most attractive person in the city, and people can't even breathe the same air as me for less than 10,000.
I will say there are people like that.
Oh no, I know. You keep in mind that I am a doctor as well. I meet them at the hospital sometimes.
Oh
That's
Night.
goodness.
exactly why we want that tiered pricing. Is if they think they're an international superstar, then some of those photos, a lot of people are gonna try and get their hands on it, so they should be priced accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so uh, my challenge here is, I mean, there obviously has to be some kind of like, maybe not necessarily like a single value, but like maybe like a bounding. Like say for a Polaroid, we could say like ranges depending on model between 500 to 1,000. Like take the person who's saying, "Oh, I'm only worth 100," and be like, "No, no, 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 no,
Oh
no,
no,
no, no."
yeah. No, we will already have like the set prices for, you know, when we sell our products. If they
Mm-hmm.
go any lower than that, I don't think we would personally allow it. We would just tell them like, well, we want you to, feel better about yourselves. You are worth more than you think. This is what our set prices will be, type of thing.
Okay, and that's perfect.
We could
That's
do
that's
it like a tier, like kind of like you said too, like
Yeah, that's perfect. I mean, absolutely. If you want to do a
amateur
sliding,
versus experienced.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Immature versus experience. I don't want to use the term, but like more plain or homely versus like A-list celebrity fashionista. I mean, obviously, and obviously, I'm not saying that anyone is going to be plain or homely. I'm sure that every single person who is going to be hired as a model is going to be absolutely gorgeous. That's without question. I'm going more towards like
Yeah.
their personal self value of that.
Yeah, yeah. No, I understand what you mean, but for anyone who isn't confident with, their product selling, we do already have like a set base price to what they should sell it for.
Hmm.
So they won't feel like as if it's completely valueless, if that makes sense.
Exactly. No, and that's exactly what I'm in 100% agreement with you. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, if you want to include like in the updated version, include this is what we're looking at as far as a price range. Like, and again, these are just random numbers, but if you were to say Polaroid 500 to 1,000, if you were to say Dakimakura 3,000 to 5,000, just to throw numbers out against the wall and see what sticks. Just
Okay. And
whatever you feel like is going to be a stable range, put that. And then again, if you do feel like you need to go under, like maybe you do have a model that through no fault of their own, maybe their stock isn't selling as well, maybe you do drop it by a little bit. These are not hard. I'm not going to come find you if you're pricing something a few dollars under, a few dollars over, several, like a couple $100 over, whatever. This is just so we get an idea of what you're looking at and that your product's worth in the market as well.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah. No, it's yeah, I understand. I understand. um when I write up the updated proposal, should I submit it in the government website where I
Honestly,
first turned it in?
honestly, at this moment, with kind of like how backlogged yours is, Like there are like I have to, when I pull it up on the kind of on the list here on the computer, I have to go back a ways to find it. It might behoove you to go ahead and resubmit like right away once you have everything kind of nailed down where you want it, just to make sure it's back in everybody's eyeballs.
Okay, okay. Okay. So just resubmit it in the same government website.
Yep.
And so I also have like a side question.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say hypothetically, if our business does get approved and we end up doing really well, uh I do have ideas of doing shows as like one of the entertainments we could provide for the city. I was wondering for entertainment purposes, like let's say we're doing like a pick your poison idol type of show where we have contestants and stuff. Would we have to could we put that under the same business, or would we have to have a completely different subsidiary just for specifically film and entertainment?
Okay, so let me answer your question with a question.
Mhm.
Would you be like trying to get your own venue, or would you be using other venues like Mazeback Arena or like one of the nightclubs around the city?
It will most likely be other venues. We're not
Okay.
planning to purchase one.
Okay, so if you're not looking to have your own venue, because that would have actually been a question, that would have been a matter of, well, you're really going to want to talk to construction, make sure that your storefront can support the venue, or you might want to choose a different venue, things like that. As far as hosting events under your company, as long as, I mean, it becomes more of a question of what is the main focus of the company. If the main focus is going to be the zines, the photos, the dakimakuras, etc., if that is going to be the main focus, is the collectibles featuring your models, then I would say you should be fine having the occasional event designed to support the collectibles featuring your models. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Like
Yeah, yeah.
if you were to shift gears and try to produce a like a television channel or a television program that was a regular recurring thing, at that point that might be a concern. But at the same time, like the closest I can think of as a just as kind of like a parallel is we could talk about Wu Chang Idol. Wu Chang
Mhm.
Idol was a event that was fully within the umbrella of Wu Chang Records. That was not a subsidiary project. So it would
Okay, okay.
not, you wouldn't have to have, as long as it is a side, as long as it is a event of limited run, or single event or occasional event that is designed to support your main product, you wouldn't have to spin it off into something else.
Okay, okay. I was just wondering because the way we were kind of picturing it is that Poison itself would be in charge of selling the products and also like, doing photo shoots for models and such. And
Mm-hmm.
then once we try to go more into the branch of entertainment, like actually doing like television shows and such, then we were just wondering, would it still be okay to do it under the same business, or would we need like a business on the side?
So if you're going like whole ham into actually being like a television channel, a television program, things of that nature, if you're starting to make that a major focus, at that point, I would actually say let's get to that point and we can have that discussion again then.
Yeah.
Just because there's a lot more that goes into creating a TV channel. If it's a TV program, you could certainly obviously pair that with, well, I guess probably not Weasel anymore, or I guess from what I'm hearing, CNN now. But LSBN I know does have different shows. You could probably work on a partnership with them if you just want the show. But if you want to have like your own channel, like a Poison network, essentially, at that point that would be a discussion for then, because there's a lot more that goes into putting together a TV station in the city and making sure that you have everything you need for that.
Oh, I was thinking more on the lines of just gurgling it on your phone or you
Mm-hmm.
tugging it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, and well, and obviously, I so essentially would it be like it would be like having an app for it, or just having it like maybe link out to like other places?
It will most likely be a link.
Okay, so at that point, I mean, at that point, I would say that you could probably just fold it under the zine. The only challenge at that point would be equipment. We're talking at about a point where poison's up good, so equipment isn't that expensive, but it can take, a lot of equipment, a lot of manpower. You have to probably hire people who specifically to edit, to do videography, things of that nature, a
Yeah.
director, so on. At that point, I mean, again, it wouldn't be a terrible answer, I wouldn't think, to talk to LSBN and see if that's something that they would be willing to partner with you on. But if you're definitely 100% committed to doing it on your own, I would say at that point, again, it becomes kind of a where's your main focus, but it feels like at that point you're kind of branching into stuff that would be more international, to use the phrase I used earlier.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I was just curious. I wanted to know what would be the better step, or the direction you should take.
Yeah, and
But okay.
honestly, like I said, that's obviously far-flung future. Like, we're probably talking realistically, I would say that's probably a minimum of 6 months out.
Mhm.
Laws do change in the city. I would say let's get back together, or I can't even say it's gonna be me per se, but let's get back together, Poison and the mayor's office at that point, and see if it does need to be something spun off, if it is something that we can just kind of chill under the Poison label, what needs to happen.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. Okay, then I guess the first thing I should do is just update this proposal.
Yeah, absolutely. Get it updated, get it resubmitted. Once I see it, I'll go ahead and go back over it, get the updated notes on there. And like I said, like I said before, it's way back in the hopper. And you mentioned yourself earlier, it's been weeks. I think this was one of the first ones of Mickey's second term. So it hasn't had as many eyes on it, if I'm being entirely honest with you, just because of
Mhm.
how far back it is. And this will definitely help get eyes on it once more.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much, Kyle.
Absolutely. Any other questions while you're here?
I don't have any questions. Do you have any questions, Maddie?
No, I think this is very helpful.
Yeah, it kind of gives us like an idea of like what to explain, what's not, like, this information needed really.
Yeah, absolutely. And my door's always open if I'm here. I mean, if I'm in the app, I may not necessarily be here per se, but feel free to drop me a line, send me a text, whatever. I'm happy to help.
Okay. Okay, thank you so
All
much,
right, take care,
Kyle.
Lure. Absolutely. Take care and be safe.
Okay.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye. All right, since I'm literally sitting here at the desk, let me close that. Just do a quick refresh on the proposal list. Okay, still nothing new. Cool. So what trouble are we gonna get into today? Let me go ahead and take this out of busy and unmute it. And what's going on Twitter? Oh, yeah, let me do a quick twat real quick. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I definitely would agree that there is 100%, there's 100% a market for what they're doing. I may not be, at least for the primary focus, the way they kind of pitched the proposal was that it was going to be mostly female models. That's not necessarily mine or Kyle's market, but I can still see some value in that. And I feel like it could do well. I don't know 100%, but I feel like it could do well. And like I said, this what they're talking about. They're talking about Polaroids, which if you have a photo album will last forever. That's great. Love those. They're talking about magazines, which I'm trying to remember if magazines have. I don't think magazines have a DK, so they would last forever. That's great. Even if it does have a DK, it's probably like a month. So still good. Still good. Um, they're talking about like Dakimakotos or body pillows. which are, you know, people have fun with those. They're purely RP, but they're people, you know, have fun like having them in their inventory. There was one of the streamers that I follow, there was a while where there was like a whole RP issue over a certain body pillow. They're trying to include more of those, so that could be interesting. And then you start getting into events later on, and there's just a lot of cool stuff there that they can do with it. And it's stuff that civilians can be present at. It doesn't limit it to cops and crims. It gives more opportunities for more people to be kind of noticed. Which right now, the biggest opportunity you have to be noticed is either be a big-time cop, a big-time crim, or be a recording artist, which most of the recording artists are also crims. There's just a lot of good stuff there. There's definite possibility there, and I like it. Yeah, no, there's a lot of realism in it. There's a lot of life imitating art, or art imitating life, rather, in this. I mean, for one, the election is 100% a popularity contest. That 100% always happens everywhere. So that's a big one of life imitating art. I'm a little surprised I haven't seen Cass tonight. I hope everything's okay with Takiza. Anything going on tonight? Here. 6 per, damn. Materials are tanking. Oh. That it's probably not the first time, but that's the first time I've seen a police chase go across the Town Hall Plaza. That was interesting. Also, how do you love our spider? Don't you just love it? Our Halloween spider. We got one here and one at whatchamacallit, Legion Square. This kind of gives like Demogorgon vibes a little bit. At least at night. I don't even remember what I was going to do now. What was I going to do? I'm not going to bother with the day 3 trying to get a ride along. It seems like on this shift, if anyone is on a cop character, it's because they're just busy being a cop. They're not here to hang out with a deputy mayor. I see that. Hydration check. Let me get back inside. Get somewhere where I don't have to worry about anything weird popping off while I do this. Alright, give me a sec. I'm gonna be looking away from chat and the game. But it's not that far I can reach. Hashtag tiny home goals. Unfortunately, I'm almost out of juice, so tonight is going to be a Powerade night. But it's not soda, so it counts. Put my soda back over here because it's not going to be touched for a while. All right. Powerade is in play. Took a pretty healthy chug of it. It's better than, I mean, it's better than soda, which is the rule. Technically, it's probably on par with juice. I don't consider water to be hydration because water's disgusting and therefore illegal. Water's for showering and washing my dishes. Let's see who I know that is around real quick. Grail's not around. Lucas is around, but he's probably busy. Elle's around, which means that Aphrodite's not. Gemini's around, but I don't know if I want to bug him. Because I don't know what he's up to tonight. Dominic's around, but she'd probably just donut wall me like normal. My doc coworker. Oh, I mean, it's possible there's at least one of them around. Administrative assistant. Shen Bapiro. Okay, I immediately don't want to talk to that person. That's a play on Ben Shapiro. I do not want to be... I will rage if they are actually playing them like Ben Shapiro. Hey, Sean Smalls. Haven't talked to you in forever, but that's because I don't grind Sandy anymore. Tilly's around. Oh, Dr. Evelyn is at Viceroy right now. Huh. Okay. Cool. That means we got someone to hang out with at Viceroy. Sure, let's get some hours in. Means I gotta clock out as a deputy mayor, but that's okay. Trade out one small paycheck for the other one. But I need, if I'm gonna be over there, I need to be clocked in over there, so that I have access to my doctor tools. Not sure what you mean. What's wrong with who? Enough walking, so let's run over to the car and pull it out real quick. Oh wait, damn it, I forgot. Now I'm trying to think back. I said I didn't want to hang out with someone? I know I said Dominic usually donut walls me. And so wouldn't want to hang out with me. Oh, I might have been talking about Sean. It's not that I mean, it's kind of weird because I used to spend some time around Sean, but that was because I was doing sandy grinding. But I'm not really... I don't like doing sandy grinding. It's not so much that I don't like Sean. Sean seems like a really cool guy. But if I'm hanging out with him, it's because I'm doing sandy grinding. And sandy grinding is just mind-numbing. And it also involves going all over the city, which, like I mentioned before, if I move around too many places too fast, it can cause me muscle issues. So I don't like to do it. It's one thing, like, I've gone, I've done, whatchamacallit, I've done, like, EMS ride-alongs, where I go all over the place, and the problem ends up being that if I go all over the place, my muscles get really delayed. Everything I try and do gets really delayed, and that's not great for doing, like, literally anything. Like, even talking. Like, even my push-to-talk gets really super delayed. To where, like, sometimes I have to, like, hold the button for, like, 5-10 seconds before it activates. Yeah, no, I don't... There's not really anyone that I've hung out with in the past that I would consider a bad person. Most of the people I like hanging out with, I just never get a chance to. Like, they'll start doing crime, which, you know, since I don't do crime, it would be awkward for me to be like, oh, well, let me hang out with you. Oh, we're gonna go rob houses. Oh, well, never mind. I'm not going to hang out with you. Or like they might stop playing because, you know, they're just bored of kind of like what's going on in the city. Oh, something's popping off over there. Oh, technically I'm in the wrong lane, but we're gonna make this work. Oh, you do know? Okay, awesome. I mean, there's definitely possibilities. The only thing with trying to be a cop, I will give you fair warning if you are thinking in that direction. Trying to be a cop can be a little challenging because a lot of times they'll want you to have like one character already on the server. Like, I think you probably could start with a cop. I think they just kind of get weird about it. Plus, you definitely want to get used to your muscles before you start a cop character. But, I mean, it's not necessarily guaranteed, no. Beyond that, though, if you want to be a civilian, you want to be a doctor, you want to be EMS, you want to be a crim, kind of whatever. Just, you know, options exist for you. And then I'm going to park here. I always park here because the parking lot works wonderfully here. It's a little touchy sometimes over at the hospital. And then from here, we're going to run to the hospital. Oh. Yeah, they're definitely going to need doctors soon. Well, I don't know. They might just go up to Grandma's. I don't know. Also, I don't know if it's cop versus crim. Could be gang war. I don't know what the gunshots I'm hearing are about. If it's cop v crim, then there's a real possibility of Dr. Dance needing some help here pretty soon. But if it's gang war, there's a very real possibility of them just all going up to Grandma's instead. Oh, Fates? I actually don't remember. Oh, actually I do. It was when I was playing City of Heroes. It just seemed like a cool kind of name for my for one of my City of Heroes characters, or part of a name. Hello, hello.
Aw.
Braving the war out there.
Yep, ran right through it. Well, not literally. Like, it sounded like it was more like up Lil Sol proper. I just jumped over the wall at Uwu and ran down the street from there.
Nice. Yeah.
But you know how we do. And that, it's been relatively chill. I'm switching from deputy mayor over to doctor. Just give me a second. I need to go in Discord real quick. LSMG, Qbots, clock in. Put it down here. Switch over to my scrubs. Radio check.
Do.
Dr. Dan, you might want to double check your Qbot status. Unless you're just hanging out in scrubs and not actually working, that is.
Oops. I clicked it and then it double clicked it.
Howler got taken out by a bear twice in Wild RP.
Thank you.
Just went to sleep. Alright, take care, Isaac. Thanks for hanging out with us. And thank you so much, Nat, for the bits.
Tend to.
Wee.
Hello.
Hello.
Need help?
Hi.
Only one patient. She fell from the freeway.
God
She's
damn
not
it,
speaking.
claims another one.
She fell off the freeway?
And she's not speaking.
Oh,
the mute
goodness.
ones.
Deep unconscious.
You want to go ahead and get this one?
We can both get this one.
It's okay. I got signs to put up. Let me go ahead and get the sign put up. Let her take that one.
I'm enjoying the whatever this gang war is going on. They're just.
I'm just vibing.
I thought the gang wars ended.
No, this is.
It'd be too easy.
There's always another one.
They've just been shooting off and on for like the past hour.
I just don't understand it. Like, what's the point?
I mean, I would argue the thing people would say is respect. You know, that thing, that weird thing
No
that
one
everyone
has
has.
any fucking respect in this city.
I mean, some people
don't
have
earn
respect.
It by, you don't earn
Yeah,
it by
but-
shooting somebody who never
No.
dies.
I mean, they feel like you do.
No, it's someone hurt their respect somehow for whatever little dumb reason, and they gotta
Yeah.
puff out their chest and go like sit on roofs for the next 8 hours, 8 to 12 hours.
Little fucking
Yeah.
goblins.
Sitting on a roof for 8 to 12 hours.
Patrol.
Oof.
Little roof goblins.
Sounds amazing.
Oh, but then they get shot, and then they get up and go straight back to the roof.
Lovely.
Yeah. Or they get arrested, go to prison.
Roof
Go straight
kids
back to the
afraid to
roof.
leave the roof.
Yeah.
I don't even know who it's but with. I think I could maybe caught a glimpse of that off of when people were talking on Channel 2, but now it's like, since the call's been made to like not even bother, it's just been, well, nothing's happening on Channel
Well, that's
2.
the thing. Shift 3 doesn't bother with gang wars.
It makes sense.
And
It
until
really-
we have to, because it's not worth it.
Do you really want to clean up that mess? Like,
No.
that's the entire answer. No, you don't. Makes sense not to believe. they'll either self-transport or drive them to Nick grandma or grandpa's, and then
And then they're back at it 5 minutes later.
Yep.
Bunch of people that won't tell you any single piece of information that can be useful in an investigation.
Yeah.
That's why I just respond to 911s and emergency calls for backup.
House robberies. Love me a
If you
good
do a
house robbery.
911, there's a man with a hatchet. I'm coming.
I feel bad. I'm gonna say I was looking out there on the roof from the helipad, just like looking through the news camera, and I saw a person aiming a gun at another roof. Couldn't see them, but also there was a person just down in the middle of the road. No one called it in. Just 3 people over the body as well.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that tracks.
It's like I just sat there and went like, "This is ooh."
Yeah.
Don't want to do. This is why I kind of never want to go PD. I don't want to ever like remotely have to deal with that nonsense. Or
Yeah,
even
that's
get
why it's good at shift 3, because we have the attitude of fuck them.
Worst part was I was making a joke with Balto's like boost or gang war, and it was 2 boosts then a gang war, and then the gang war just happened. Sorry, you just hear quick bursts of gunfire, like behind Vice where a bit in front. It's like, oh, you know that someone's stealing a car.
Yeah. Wait, where'd Randy go?
Oh.
Wasn't he on that chase?
Was he?
I told him to go help him.
Oh.
He's sitting on Ellis Freeway.
Speed trap in Ellis Freeway.
Threats is a rhythm to you today.
Yeah,
True,
but like,
I don't know why I'm being
there's
detained
only
right
2
now.
on the chase. Alright, you got to move?
Yep.
Oh, pardon me.
Load up.
Can I get an ice pack, please?
Yeah, let me get you a couple ice packs real quick here.
Alright, move her out, I'll go help
There you go.
the chase.
Thank you so
Alright,
much.
stay
Have a
safe
nice
out
Absolutely.
there.
Take care. Be safe. I mean, granted, Evelyn, it looks like probably already has it, but just double checking. Okay, yeah. Evelyn's already got that one. I'm more just here for hanging out. But, you know, if it gets busy, obviously, that's when it gets important to do stuff. If Evelyn wants to take everything, then, you know, that's her business. I'm not going to get in her way.
I remember when there was Sandy Shores Medical.
Oh,
I remember when there was Pillbox.
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 Pillbox will come back one day.
I don't have the $1,000 on me, or I don't know if Flop's shop has a copium to complete the joke there. I'm mad. I got one of those though. I did do a copium hit in front of someone taught like EMS getting rapid response or something like months ago. I think that's when the
I
slide first
thought that
got-
was going into the budget at some point.
What's the rapid response?
It's I think something. It was something that is still like not really.
It was.
I don't know.
I was supposedly going to be something like civs get faster prio in EMS assistance, like pure civs.
Also, pure civilians. It's a joke now.
I mean, hello, I'm standing right here.
I mean, you're a doctor. You're technically a government employee. At this
I mean,
point.
I am a government employee, but I'm still neither cop nor crim.
I mean,
we don't count.
I don't think anyone who. My stance is like, you know, once you get access to government radio, it's just kind of your line in the sand is gone. Your line that's like civ is gone. Because I wasn't doing anything. I was clean, except for like 2 traffic citations.
I haven't even gotten that.
Yeah, neither. Mine is clean.
Oh, I can get those expunged. Those are
Mine's
like
been here about a
well
year.
past a year old.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but whatever. Didn't stop me from getting hired, so whatever.
I miss the markets. I used to see a lot more civs around.
Yeah, the markets were nice.
I enjoyed them even though every time I walked up to them, it was like a massive headache. Every time.
I mean, the storefronts are nice too. Don't get me wrong, but we don't really have like a civilian hub like we did with the markets and with the pier.
Markets were better for talking to customers as well, because you get more foot traffic because you're all together.
Oh yeah, because everyone would go there for everything, and then you know, instead of having like right now like maybe we get like say at Uwu we get like maybe 10 customers every 4 hours.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, that's where I first, I think, met Elizabeth Gates, like when she was still lawyering, way back when. Back when, also. God, I think that was close to when they did the changeover to elected judges, where it's been a ride.
Speaking of elections, I feel like we're getting really close to election season for having not seen anything about election season. Like, I'm seeing people, like, running, but nobody's actually running because nobody's actually submitted a mayoral application yet. Because you can't.
I saw on LSBN that Mickey was trying to see if he could go for a 3rd term, and then there are other people trying to make a law that means that it is only 2, because there's none. It's just assumed. So maybe that's why it's taking a while.
The good
could be.
old. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead. I was just saying could be.
I was just gonna say the old George Washington rule of we followed 2 terms only until the one time until World War II where 4 terms happened, and then was like, nope, never again. That's for
thing.
Yeah, that was a thing in the United States for a bit. That was an unwritten rule until Woodrow Wilson, or no, it's FDR, got elected for 4 terms, died in the first year of his 4th term. What was the 3rd? I may be blank.
So he it was technically 3 terms. It was like either 1 year, or I think he like inherited someone else's term and then ran for 2 terms. But he only ended up, I think he ended up having like either 9 or 10 years, and then the rule was made that 10 years was the cap. But yeah, it's a lot like that. It's a lot like that, where you've got, you got one bill that's trying to make it possible to get a 3rd term, but only if you get a super majority of the votes, which is 60% plus. And then you got another one that's trying to pass a law that's saying no, it is in fact only 2 terms. Don't do that.
I had to look up the Wikipedia on my phone because it would have bugged me for a solid hour if I didn't look it up immediately. But it was 4 terms. FDR got 4 terms.
Oh wow!
He died in his 4th. Yeah.
Oh wow.
The rule, as you stated, was like after him was the amendment was 10 years max, which is you can only get elected twice, so you have to be vice president for someone. You have to inherit a term from the president eating it or something.
Yeah, exactly. And then if you inherit more than 2 years, then you lose out on one of your terms, because that takes over that term. So like if it was like 6 months in, you inherit a year and a half from that president, and then you've only got, well, no, you would inherit 3.5. Excuse me, math is hard. And then you would have 6.5 left, which means you can only run once.
Yep, and I don't think anyone's ever gotten close to the whole 10 in a while.
Nope.
And yeah, that's probably like one of the most historical like lessons you can get of unwritten rules having to be written because someone did something that others didn't like.
And then here we are, history repeating itself.
Yeah, to be fair, it's only 2. You can't win. You can't do 3 terms consecutively. You can just which is kind of like a lot of mayoral ships.
Yeah, well, and I think I think one of the other unwritten rules, if I remember correctly, was that after your 2 terms, your 2-term max, you have 2 terms where you're not allowed to run, and then it resets.
Yeah, I thought it was 1, but you may be right. You're closer to the being. You are well closer to being mayor than I am. So yeah, I'll take your word for it.
I mean, I took the bronze in the mayor race last time.
Also, getting a super majority of votes is like that's up there in like it's a super majority for a reason. Like,
yeah, exactly. It has to be super populous.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Here you go.
All right, what happened?
It got shut down.
Got shot down, huh?
Okay.
Oh, I'm just going to treat this patient. I'm going to ignore every weird thing happening out there and treat this patient. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, man, I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I understand you're probably not doing quite as well. I don't suppose you happen to have been wearing a vest this evening.
I was, and I bled out like 40, 50 minutes ago, so
Oh
most
my
of my
goodness.
wounds are sealed at this point. Yeah, I've been
that is not great.
on the ground for a long time, man.
Wow. Your friends just left you there, or?
No, don't worry about it.
Okay, I won't worry about it then. My name's Dr. Kail, by the way.
Nice to meet you, Dr. Kail.
Alright, let me just take a look here at these wounds. Well, they definitely could have been worse, but we're going to get you cleaned up, patched up, and back on your feet.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Now, this part might sting a little bit, but don't worry. The next part's going to help you with any pain you might be feeling.
Don't worry, man. It's not as bad as getting shot.
No, I would very much imagine not. I haven't had the luxury of being shot before, but I would imagine saline probably hurts a lot less. All right, let me go and get some lidocaine here on these. Now, it's got an antiseptic mixed in, so it's going to keep them from getting infected. But most importantly, it's a very powerful numbing agent. Yeah, there's a war right now between Rust and Street Team. All right, just let me know when the numbing starts to kick in so I can go ahead and start stitching you up.
How you doing?
Can't complain. Got another one for you, Doc.
Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Ray!
Is that you, Mercury?
Oh, Ray, how you doing?
I'm okay. How is the CG roofs feeling? Because holy shit. Like, what is this?
We're just being you for Halloween, baby.
Being me for sitting on a CG rooftop? There's 3-4 compounds you guys are sitting on.
And you guys do the same thing, Rogers and Frigid, right?
We don't. It's not even a compound. There's not even a gate.
Hey, this guy owes me
There's not a
$1,000
gate,
from one
really.
time. Can I pick him up?
Yeah,
All
sure.
right.
Yeah, I'll let you pick him up.
All right, cool.
Here, I'll go ahead.
Pick him
Just
up
he
a
just
couple of
needs
times,
a
and then-
he just needs his wounds bandaged, and he'll be good from there.
Perfect.
I'll go ahead and let you finish. I'll go ahead and assist her.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
So what happened this evening?
Oh, doctor, how you doing?
I got blasted.
Oh goodness.
What happened to you?
All right. Looks like you were wearing body armor though. That's a good move.
What? Oh, I'm gonna get you on your feet.
Thank you.
Yeah, I do see 2 bullets that got through though. Looks like they went through and through though. That's a good thing. I'm gonna go ahead and get those cleaned up with some saline. Now this part might sting a little bit, but it's gonna be necessary to keep it from getting infected, and the next part's gonna help with any pain you might be feeling. All right.
Yeah, thank you so much. You got any morphine? What about some cocaine?
Well, what I'm going to use in a moment, it's actually lidocaine. It's topical, so it doesn't have to go into your body, but it's similar to cocaine. It'll numb you out real good.
Can you like put that in a water bottle and shake it up with some water, and then I can drink it later?
No, this is actually not designed to be taken internally, and could cause some bad stuff if it was.
Oh, okay. You got anything I could drink later?
No, I'm afraid I don't. I can recommend that you can go down to like the corner store and pick up some aspirin.
Aspirin? What do I look like? A pill popper?
No, I'm just saying if you need something later, because this is going to take care of all the pain you got right now. Or you can always come back if you need more assistance later.
Okay. Maybe
Alright.
we can work out something.
Well, I mean, what did you have in mind?
Maybe I'll come back later for some morphine.
I mean, if the need is there, but you know, usually I don't very often prescribe morphine. Usually
damn it.
usually topical cures are actually better and more efficient. All right, let's go ahead and get this all bandaged up here. So I want to make sure we keep those freshly stitched wounds nice and dry and clean.
Okey-dokey.
All right, you feeling ready to stand up, take on the world
I'm
again?
good.
All right, let's get you up to your feet in 3, 2, 1. All right, you take it easy and be safe out there.
Up. Jeez. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Am I able to get some ice packs, please?
We are in the hospital. I can't treat you. Kail, she got punched.
She got knocked out?
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and take a look at you here. All right, I'm definitely seeing some bruising. And nothing too crazy. I'm not seeing anything broken.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go ahead and get some bruise cream on you. That's going to numb me out real good and get the bruising and swelling down, all right?
All right, thank you.
Well, even then, the cocaine paste is designed in such a way you can't be taken internally. All right, now let me go ahead and get some bandages here on your shoulder to keep all that bruise paste, that bruise cream right where you put it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, how's that feeling? You feeling ready to stand up?
Yeah, I feel much better.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get you to your feet here in 3, 2, 1.
Thank you so much. I feel so much better. I appreciate you a lot.
Absolutely.
Have a nice day.
You take care and be safe.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Sorry, going back, I missed a couple while we were treating patients. But yeah, mayor can. Well, that's what the legislation's for. There's two possibilities.
I think she.
There's two paths.
Yeah.
I think I got scuffed because I was carrying someone who had pop.
There's two paths. Right now, there's two pieces of legislation. One of which would allow Mickey.
Ice pack.
Okay,
Sorry?
you're still limping.
Try getting
Yeah.
her an ice pack.
Yeah, here we go. Let me get you some ice packs here.
Oh my Gucciness.
How's that feel? Is that feeling better?
I think you need to take a nap.
I'm
I
gonna
think
try
she needs
seeing
to take a
Nancy.
nap.
Oh, okay, yeah. If that doesn't work, then definitely take a nap.
I think.
Oh, oops.
It happened to me before.
Oh, never
Oh,
mind.
shoot.
Nancy must be on break.
Nancy.
What is that?
That's my
What?
pager. When Nancy goes on break, our pagers will
What is
the,
that?
our pagers start going off when Nancy goes on break, and you try and sign in at the
What's
desk.
that phone ringing? Hello?
Oh, it's the pager. Oh, whatever, you guys. I'll walk like this. I don't care. I'm a strong, independent woman.
We're just gonna wrap you up in bandages here. You're gonna disappear out of my grasp.
I mean, I will dispense morphine when the need is calls for it. When there's like internal injuries, things of that nature, that you can't just put lidocaine on. If I think I can slap lidocaine on, I will, and then I don't morphine.
Well, Nico heard. Nico, do you think that she should be scared?
But yeah, right now there's two pieces of legislation. One is going to allow for a third term for any mayor, provided they get a supermajority, which is the one that Mickey's kind of hoping for. Even though at the same time, Mickey's also not around a lot, so I don't know. It's weird. I think he's more trying to do it to prove that he can. But the other one will lock it to it is only 2 terms. So right now we're seeing which one passes the Senate.
Yeah, I think, the crews are upset. They got shot at, man.
I can.
Because which one passes the Senate is which one is going to, or is which way Mickey's third term potential is going to go. Now, if Mickey does run for mayor for a third term, then Kail is not going to be running. However, on the other side of the coin, if Mickey is not able to run for a third term, then Kail is going to most likely be running again.
I'm going to do it from the safety of my phone when I'm not standing next to you.
You're never safe.
I'll do it from the safety of my phone.
Kill you still.
No, you won't. You secretly love them.
Sorry, Balto.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. You have holes in your sleeves, by the way.
But yeah, and by the same token,
I do.
how I feel with morphine, if Chatterbox comes in and wants morphine, and he does, I don't feel like he needs it, he's not going to get it from me.
He was going like 40 into that wall.
Are you good?
No.
Here, let me get
My
you some ice
head.
packs, man. There
Now
you
I
go.
know how Veronica feels. Why would we have DOC here?
It's just Cam.
Oh.
So-
Yeah, I spoke with Cam earlier. We are going to have our physical.
So the other challenge is with the prison.
Oh, DOC physical. Yep.
With the prison,
I'm going to let them go through hell
Kyle
and
doesn't really
Kail, I
have a
can't.
lot of visibility to the issues that are going on with the lifers. So while I know there's an issue, I can't impart that
Yeah,
to
I'm
Kyle.
going to make them
Hopefully,
run to basically
once if he does win, hopefully, one of his deputy mayors or
go to
working with
Triad,
Sloan or
go
something
back, then
will
go back
get
to
some
prison.
some visibility that there is an issue there, and then Kyle can start brainstorming ideas that are actually going to help them. And by brainstorming, I mean probably actually try and take a meeting with the lifers, or at least some of them, and say, hey, what do you guys honestly, legitimately want to make life a little bit better for you up here?
Hey, welcome back.
Because I represent you as well.
Basically everything.
He's okay, dude. Okay. This is gonna get fucking changed, dude.
Well, it's like 5 a.m. in my
Dude,
house.
I put.
All right, what happened, man?
I don't know. It's been so long, I don't even fucking remember.
Oh, damn. Yeah, that reminds me of another guy earlier. He said he was lying there. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand. We've got EMS literally hanging out right there. I don't understand why, I don't understand what's going on.
Neither do I.
All right, well, let me take a look at you and see what's going on with you. First, let me get you nice and comfy in the bed here. Perfect. Clothing sweat. Vehicular accident, run over by vehicle. I think I'm making out some tire treads. Did you maybe get hit by a vehicle?
Yeah, probably because
Run
I've
over a
been
little bit?
lying in the street for an hour.
Oh, Jesus. All right, let me just check, make sure nothing's broken here. Five, 4, 3, 2. Okay, good news is no broken bones. I'm gonna get some bruise cream on you. We'll try and get you to your feet and make sure, because I'm not seeing anything other than some bruising down your back and the tire marks.
All right.
Now, this bruise cream, it's got some lidocaine in there, so it's going to numb out the pain real good. It's also got some ingredients to help bring down the, to help the bruising heal faster and to keep any swelling down.
Okay, sounds good.
And yeah, I 100% get that now. And I agree, you know, I want to make sure something's able to be done for them. I'm hamstrung by the RP situation that Kyle doesn't know they're having a bad day up there. All right, we got the bruise cream in place. I'm going to get you wrapped up in some bandages. Keep that all in place. Now, you might still be a little bit tender, a little bit sore when you stand up. The numbing does take a minute or two to kick in. I just want to make sure you've already been laying down long enough. I want to get you back to your feet as fast as possible. How's that sound?
Oh, sounds fucking excellent.
All right, so how about we get you to your feet in 3, 2, 1. All right, how's it? Take a few steps for me. Let me know how that feels. Anything we missed? Anything else we need to address for you?
Oh, no. I'm just a bit stiff from not moving for a while.
Yeah, no, you're gonna have to limber up a little bit. That's to be expected. Just, you know, take it easy. Keep in mind you did get hurt. So if something happens to you again, even though you're not feeling the pain as much, your body is still healing from it. So it's gonna be a little easier to fall down next time.
All right.
All right, you take it easy and be safe out there.
Appreciate you, doll.
Absolutely.
Did you call them about the yoinking shit?
But yeah, I mean, honestly, like I said, hopefully among the people I pick as deputies, and then if I do get it, that is, among the people I pick as deputies, and then definitely working with Sloan, hopefully that'll come up. That'll come up as, hey, we need to make shit right for them, and then I can do something. Looking forward to it. And one thing I can promise, no matter what, off the bat, right this very second, I can 100% promise I'm gonna be here more than Mickey.
You owe Balto rent, dog.
Those are like 40 grand.
How much does he owe?
He owes like 40 or 50 grand. Whenever
40
he
to
left,
50
whenever
grand.
he got injured.
50. He's asking if he gets a discount for being on medical leave.
No, motherfucker.
Also, I think I forgot to switch my yellow pages.
No, motherfucker.
Yep, I did. There we go.
You did what?
Oh, Lord.
I don't know if he's gonna get that rent to you.
Your yellow pages says you're off duty here.
Yeah, no, I just thought about that, and I just switched it literally right now. I realized that it would probably still said that I was on duty at the mayor's office.
Okay. Alright.
Sorry, I'm just really preoccupied about the election coming up, because there's one big question mark hanging over the race, and until I know what is going on with that question mark, I don't know which way I'm jumping.
10. Yeah, dog.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my god.
Are you alright?
Jeez.
Let me get you some bandages. There's no way on earth you're alright after that.
I'm in the bike ID. I'm in the bike ID and mask ID.
So, are you guys at the courthouse?
Probably a saint.
What was that all
Fine, I
about?
know who it was.
I was gonna joke and say Adam Prince because that's the go-to saint joke.
It's a close second.
I see the 76 one. I don't see the 20.
Jordan!
I think I helped the guy who owns. the bike.
Yes. Evelyn Dance
Hit the
streams. I'm
wall.
trying to remember. I don't have a command for her.
He hit a wall, ejected his
Is it
bike
Moody
into
Weather
the
ASD?
ocean, and he
I
just
know I
hit the
follow
rocks,
her.
and it was,
I gotta go yell at cadets.
Where are
What are you
you?
guys doing at the courthouse anyway?
Getting arty arms.
Oh, I thought
What?
I did.
No, I came on duty to absolute shit show. I don't know what is happening.
Maybe she's not streaming today, but I'm pretty sure it's Moody Weather ASD is Evelyn. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong.
There's blood everywhere. Yeah.
I mean that tracks. This is in fact Viceroy. Blood everywhere just seems to be kind of on cue or on par.
not that much blood actually today.
Ironically, there's no blood everywhere.
Yeah, give me a sec. Let me double check.
Oh, you had to deal with the cleanup of
I'm
the
gonna be
game.
in my head for a sec. Let me double check real quick.
Alice, I'm sorry about running you over. That was I'm so fucking sorry. But it was kind of funny. Here, let me park it.
Doctor's residence. Evelyn Dance. No, that was right. Moody Weather ASD. Moody Weather and then Alpha Sierra Delta. I'm guessing she's just not streaming today because I know I follow her.
You know you can pull up to here to drop them off.
Oh geez, what happened?
He decided to jump out the car literally just down the road.
Oh,
Yeah.
Boy.
fun.
Yep.
Hey, stupid.
I mean, in terms of things that happen outside of the city, it's a little, silly and dangerous. In terms of things that happen inside the city, that's like a 2.
True. Actually.
He's also mentally unstable. You should lock him away for life.
Oh no.
We actually don't handle 5150. Well, that wouldn't even be a 5150. That we don't handle psychiatric lockups. That's actually done through the psychiatry team. Which, of course, take a guess how many of them are around at this hour.
None.
0.
Ding, 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 ding. We have winners.
Yeah. Can I get a little bandage from
Yeah,
my
sure.
elbow?
Yeah,
Thank
here, let
you.
me go. Let me get to your elbow here. Oh, is it this one? It's the.
Jesse, you
Yeah,
keep
this one.
turning around so he can
Okay.
get your fucking elbow.
There you go.
Thank you.
So
Appreciate
have you ever been to the elderly convention?
The elderly convention?
Yeah.
I can't say that I have.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Wonder how he's doing.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I was convinced I was right, and then I had to double guess when when I saw that it didn't show that she was online on my end. But some people don't put every single thing on stream. I'm not one of them. I'm like, there's gonna be nuggets of content in there. If I'm hanging around the city, something might happen. And so I'm just in city. If I'm in the city, I'm online.
Or you chose to ignore me? Oh, that's
I don't
No,
wish to
no, I
alarm
didn't
you, but
choose
your
to
friends just took off without you.
Do it. That's them for you.
It's fine. We want alone time anyways.
You gotta jump, homie.
Yeah, I miss them all. I did see, but Benson, I did get a go live notification from her. Was it yesterday? I don't remember. Recently, though. And she came in and chilled in chat the other night for a little bit. She said that she's kind of getting over some stuff and she's going to be back soon. I haven't seen anything from Evan or Ludwig, which is awkward because we were supposed to be like the trio. We were supposed to be Dr. Jeremy's trio or whatever it was. And 2/3 of the trio are gone. And yeah, I definitely appreciate, you know, I mean, I was a baby, well, I still kind of am a baby doctor. I wish that, you know, we could have more baby doctors around these hours. But the challenge is like with me, you know, we need to have a full doctor in order to have baby doctors around. And I haven't seen anything from Ricky or Janetti in a while either.
Tell them to
Everything
stop
right?
being a dickhead.
Oh, I mean, is he normally a dickhead?
A little bit.
Ah,
But
well, so
you
you're
can
trying
do
to
that
change
when
the
I'm not on
tiger's
duty.
stripes. I'm not gonna say it's, you
maybe.
know, it's a valiant goal, but you're trying to change the tiger's stripes.
I think he just didn't really understand that all the little things add up, I guess.
I mean, that's absolutely fair.
Pisses me off.
Some men do be like that.
Yeah.
Some people, just some people in general, do be like that. I shouldn't gender it. It's not a gendered thing. It's just some people be like that.
Humans. My boyfriend is on the Saints, and ever since he hasn't been able to wake up during this time, it just feels like they're taking the piss, and
This new train needs to plunge into the depths of hell and bring back the old one.
Wait, you
Yeah,
what?
what happened?
They like made a smaller train, if you know what I mean.
Wait, really?
So you have to wait in line longer for it.
I wasn't aware of that. Have I secretly gotten a slightly less shitty ticket and nobody told me?
It's possible.
Like, not like a
I
good
just-
ticket, just a slightly less shitty one.
You might have just got lucky.
Yeah.
Because I was getting right in for a while, and now it's back to... Well, when I joined the line, I was like number 3 in line, and then it steadily got pushed back to like 30.
Ever
yes.
since Saturday, the
So if you don't get
city
swept right in, then
population
you
is like.
Well, I've
what
heard a
would the
couple of
percentage
different
be?
things.
Just a lot less.
I've heard a couple of different things. Like, obviously, everyone who has decided that they were going to go traveling abroad for those few days came
that
back.
was such a good week.
Yeah.
But also there was a couple weeks there where like people were traveling up to the frozen north for the purpose of warring and crafting.
that.
And apparently they're starting to come back to the city.
I wish they would go back to the frozen north.
I'm of two minds. Because, you know, if we don't have people around, then we don't have anyone who needs our help that we can, you know,
We had people
treat here.
around. We just had different people around.
I mean, that is fair too.
It's good to have new blood in the city.
Well, that's the thing. There are less people to treat now. Like, I assumed it was like a weekend thing. But it's Tuesday for me now, and the population is 193,000 or what? Million? You know what I mean.
1.93 million. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
There it
also
is.
yeah. I think it is currently Tuesday for just about everyone. Unless your brain is like from Hawaii or something, I think it's Tuesday for just about everyone.
It's so tricky because New Zealand is pretty much almost the earliest time zone.
Just about, yeah. It's right. It's right there.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, granted, you know, my brain's Pacifical, so my brain is like the perfect, is almost the perfect opposite end.
Oh.
Wait, where's your brain?
My brain's Pacifical.
Oh. My brain is Floridial.
Ah. I visited Florida before. I actually lived in Florida for a little bit when I was younger.
Ah,
Lovely state.
it's hot.
Shame about the gators.
Oh, yeah.
And the monsoons. Or not monsoons. That's monsoons is more where my brain is now. The hurricanes.
Hurry-doos.
Yeah.
Just had one walk right over me recently.
Oh, that's delightful.
I just got randomly hurt and then healed again.
Oh. Yeah, that happens to me occasionally. I don't know what that is. I think that's just an odd property of the city.
Maybe it's a bee sting.
Could be.
Did you just get like a little bit of a muscle twinge or something?
I don't know. Possible.
Yeah.
Happens a lot when I'm standing at Burger Shot too.
Maybe you're standing still for too long. Oh my god!
Oh yeah.
Huh?
What was that? Well, I hope it was worth it.
I was in the middle of writing a beautiful tweet and then I got ran over. I'll do it again. That's another way people usually come to. Oh, they crash.
Yeah, that's why I have my seatbelts and harnesses save lives twat. I have that one, and then I have the vest save lives one. I just created a new twat. I mean, fair.
Used to be slightly longer or slightly shorter.
Oh,
This
are you
emoji
feeling
is
triggered by the word help being off by itself?
Yeah.
But they shot me from Wuchang, so.
What happened?
My friend was shot and left on a rooftop for like how long were you up there?
Fuck.
He was up there for a while.
Oh, goodness. Alright, let's get you in here and get you taken care of. Yeah, sometimes people do. So, $1 million question. Were you wearing a vest this evening? If you recall. Let's get you comfy in the bed here.
I
There we
was
go.
wearing a vest, but it didn't matter, man.
Didn't matter. Oh goodness. No,
I'm
I
still
see.
bleeding.
Yeah, no, I'm seeing some bullet wounds. Looks like an assault rifle.
You'd be right.
All right, let's go ahead and get these cleaned up here. While I'm doing that, I'm checking to see if any of the bullets are still in or if they all went through and through. Three, two, one. Okay, I'm not seeing any bullets. So it looks like they did all go through and through.
Broke for a bit and then kind of tumbled in like a.
Oh no.
Alright, let's get some lidocaine here on the wounds. So it's got an antiseptic to keep them from getting infected. But it's also got a really powerful numbing agent, so it should take away any pain you're feeling.
Clean all this up on you.
Okay, thank you.
Of course.
Luckily, I decided to wear a decently thick outfit today.
Yeah. Looks like it took most of it.
Alright, time to go ahead and get you stitched up here.
We're skinned up a little bit though, so we're gonna have to clean that out with this saline wash. It's gonna sting a little.
3, 2.
Mm.
Okay, that's looking pretty good here. I'm going to go and get you some bandages over it. Just want to make sure we keep everything nice and clean and dry so it heals up properly. Now, one thing I am going to remind you is even though this is going to take away the pain, your body is still healing, so you're going to need to take it easy for a couple days. So otherwise, if you get shot again, you might go down even faster.
Okay.
All right, ready to get up?
Yes.
All right, let's get you to your feet here in 3, 2, 1. All right, you take it easy. Be safe out there.
Didn't have a mask on.
That's fine.
Oh, goodness.
I'm gonna get paid.
You all right, Alice?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
Hey, Jaeger.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi. Fancy seeing you here.
Well, I don't know. Alice, is this who you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is Jaeger.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
I thought you might need a ride.
Oh.
Okay, well that's not what I assumed.
Okay, all right. Well, that's what Jordan made it sound like.
I just called saying to Jordan he should come pick up his friend. Oh my god. Fucking paranoid.
Alice said you were a threat.
I did not! Oh, let me out!
This is
I hate
God, are
this.
you colorblind, Alice? If you told me it was a black beanie, I could have told you it was Yeg.
I swear it was green.
Oh, what do we got over here?
It's the lighting.
What happened, Jaeger? Why you get mauled by a lion?
He was very valiant though.
Yeah, we're doing some doctoring.
Fucking box of these biscuits. These biscuits bang, bro.
I need to get some more of that ranch. I chugged the fuck out of that bottle.
I'm here with Dr. Evelyn, and then
Dude, this is ranch.
Alice is hanging out with us.
Biscuits and
ranch is
ranch.
good.
What the fuck? Ranch is. I love ranch. I'm a
Yo,
ranch
he's
freak
eating.
myself.
He's not even eating biscuits. He's eating fucking crackers. I don't know who the fuck calls them biscuits. I don't know. Probably Australians.
Subway's obviously a fucking AU company. I'm sorry. Yes, you can see the fucking biscuit. Hold on.
Yes, they're not biscuits. They're crackers.
Oh my fucking god! Stop! Fuck off!
Biscuits. No,
Yeah,
they're
you
crackers.
stupid. No, those are
No,
literally
no,
chocolate.
biscuit.
Those are
One of them
chocolate.
literally looks like a Tim Tam. One of them literally looks like a Tim Tam. That's a biscuit.
Okay, a biscuit is like a
Look
circular.
at this. Call him
thing.
wrong. Call him wrong.
Oh,
wrong
okay.
note.
Okay, what about
And then you
rectangular
put some
bars?
Oh,
you put some
yum.
sausage in between.
Those are
Yum.
absolute.
Oh, what is it?
You never had a sausage biscuit?
Biscuits. I mean, cookies, I guess, for you guys.
Right type of biscuit.
Why are they? Why does it say they're? I feel like the packaging says it's biscuits, but those are definitely cookies.
Welcome
Yeah,
to the world.
they're biscuits.
I'm convinced Canadians aren't real people.
Those are 100%
God,
cookies.
Talk that shit. They are
They're not the
cookies.
Also, I feel like
biscuits.
someone said they're eating them with ranch, which is a crime because those are a sweet treat. Sweet and savory should not mix like that. I will die on this hill.
Now you hear that, Maverick?
Well, here's my
and savory gross.
educational fact for the Americans here. Everyone else calls cookies biscuits.
Oh yeah, no, I'm well aware, but my brain is too American to accept that. I understand. Intellectually, I accept that that is something that the rest of the world says, but my brain is too deep fried in lard and corn syrup to accept anything other than calling them cookies.
So, do you get like fancy, cookies in like a tin with like old-fashioned, like kind of drawings on the top?
Oh,
and stuff,
the
and they're
Danish
called
cookie
cookies?
tins? The Danish cookie tins? I love those.
Yeah.
Those are so fancy though. Like I feel like I need a credit check to buy one of those.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not talking like that fancy.
I mean, yeah,
You can get like
they're probably
assorted
not.
biscuits.
They're probably not that fancy, but that's what it always felt like to me. My grandma used to have one of those tins too, and she kept a bunch of her sewing supplies in it.
Oh yeah, my mum did that too. That's what you do with biscuit tins. You put sewing stuff in them.
Yeah, that's what you do, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna share this picture locally twice because this will explain a lot of what's happening. Why you hear a helicopter? Yeah, I promise to all that is holy that is not. You will just see a helicopter.
I mean, I do indeed see a helicopter, but yeah, that was gonna be my question. Is that a local in it?
Yes, it is also.
I'm gonna share that really
up
quick.
there.
That's the
It is
picture he
literally on
shared.
the roof of Vice
I once drove past a local in a helicopter, but it was in the water. It was like you
Do
know
you
the
think
little
he'll let
canal
us borrow the
between
helicopter?
you know the little marina canal between here and Burger Shop. It was like
Oh yeah, yeah.
one of those. It was
Weird
just
in
stuck
the water
mud.
there. Weird.
Yep, right off the bridge.
I was driving. I was driving. You know those the old hunting roads up by Zancudo. I was driving down one of those. I don't remember why I was out there, but I was coming back to the city, and I heard this loud explosion and saw a fixed-wing plane going into the river, blew up, and then like the fuselage went another like 1,000 yards forward.
Yeah, local flyers are. Yeah, they're dangerous. I think that was also when my first trainee shift with Annie. Annie was we had a call to the fishing, like along the fishing spot along the river, and there was just piles of fixed wing planes, and I got bombed by one. We got there because someone got hit by one, and then I got hit by one when we were leaving.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was. I didn't realize that was something that local pilots did, and it's a little crazy to me, but you know, whatever. So I was like literally worried. I was like, well, first of all, I don't know if this is gonna blow up further. Second of all, there could be like there could be people inside who need rescuing. So I like pulled over to the side of the road and called 911. And then when they got up there, no, it was just locals. And I'm like, oh, okay, well now I know.
Yeah, there's local flyers
What?
are.
Dr. Evelyn, I didn't know you were so good at breakdancing.
Oh,
hell yeah!
That was pretty fucking wicked.
Local flyers are.
Oh my goodness. That looks like that could hurt though. Like it looks like you might be banging your head into the door.
Only a little bit. It's a good thing we're at a hospital.
I mean, true, yes. We are indeed at a hospital. We have, I'm here if you get hurt, you're here if I get hurt, and if we both go down, then there's no doctors working, and we have EMS here.
Exactly.
Woohoo! I will save you.
Excellent.
one of those things where it's like, why is there? I'm used like sometimes that local helicopter pilot's pretty good about like just circling, but this time, hear the helicopter go up and think it's like, is someone actually on Viceroy roof and it's just a local parked up there, living their life up there.
Living his best life.
I'm just waiting for the helicopter to break at this point because he seems to be
think
mashing
you
that
can
tail
hear it.
rotor into something.
Or at least run out of fuel. Like, I mean, it's been just running for a while.
Can you see it from down here?
I don't think so, because the helipad is like way up.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah,
see
I
the
can't-
smoke of the
I
route.
really-
You can see. If you look real hard, you can see the smoke when it.
Oh yeah.
I can't even crane my neck. Oh wait, no, I think I saw a puff of smoke. Yeah.
Yeah. You have to.
I can't
really
crane my
turn-
neck hard enough to really see the top very well, but
Sounds like it's
Yeah,
banging
you
against
can only see
something.
smoke puffing up from it. I think. But it's pretty much you can go up the elevator and not get immediately killed, but by the blades, thankfully. But
but if we get a life flight situation, then things are gonna get dicey.
yeah, thankfully, none of us here are flight certed yet. Well, I say yet for me, but maybe Alice sometime as well.
Are you gonna go for your flight cert?
I already got accepted, so I'm getting there. And I also got accepted to critical care.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm sort of just probably gonna have to go talk to people, get those things scheduled.
Once you have your life flight and your cert and your crit care, the only thing left is just to take over Riv's job.
Whoa.
Oh no, mine's water. I want to get everything but the fire truck.
Smell kind of mad right now.
You got hit in my eyes.
All right, what happened?
No, I'm fine.
I blew them up.
Okay.
You blew them up?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get him in here and get him fixed up.
My bad. My bad.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you're in good hands. We're gonna take care of you both.
How badly did you get blown?
I was at like the edge of it.
All right, let's get you nice and comfy in the bed here. Come on. Come on. And it looks like we're gonna have a hard time rearranging you here. Let's just go ahead and get in here and start getting you cleaned up. Oh, there we go.
Sorry, I'm just a little mad right now.
Yeah, no, when your friend blows you up, I get that.
No, that is not my friend.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, at least he was nice enough to bring you to the hospital after blowing you up. I guess that counts for something, right? I'm getting some burn cream on you here. Now this is specially formulated with menthol to cool down the burns, and also with some lidocaine to numb out the pain you're feeling. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and get that wrapped up here. Keep everything nice in the right place. Alright, how you feeling? Ready to take on the day again?
I don't have an idea.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get you to your feet here.
Physically, yes. Mentally, no.
Yeah, no, I get that. Let's get you to your feet here in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, something like that.
Alright, you take it easy. Be safe out
Sorry for
there.
coming in here with weapons. I appreciate you.
Yeah, no worries. As long as you don't pull them, I don't care.
We wouldn't do that.
I'm
We
here to
love
help
you guys.
everyone. I don't care. Cops, crims, whatever. Guns, no guns, karambits, I don't care.
Place people want to live. Because it's either
Yeah, it's so nice.
it's either people live in their It's either people get housing made for their compound, or they're just like trying to get to the nice places that are left in the city or out of the city.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I really wanted to be somewhere near the beach so I could go swimming. So I was very happy.
That's good.
Yeah. Oh, the helicopter still hasn't blown up.
Yeah. Oh well. At least you know it's gang war. There's a gang war that is constant. At least one gang war where they just keep coming in and out of here.
Yeah.
You know that one time with people with AKs robbing a dude in front of everyone.
Yeah, that was
I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna
wasn't
take this
quite sure
patient.
what to do.
I was just like, I'm gonna take this patient. I'm gonna walk inside, and anything that's happening behind my back is someone else's problem.
Yeah, Ali was on the Ali was on 301 going, why is no one taking this 911? And it's like Balto and I were just kind of there. And my personal thought process was, if I touch anything that looks like a radio, I may get shot. So
Yeah,
I'm
that
just
was
gonna
that
not
was
do
my
anything.
thought too. I felt bad though because I wasn't sure if you guys were on the same wavelength, and you were just like, because I think it was my turn, and you were just like waiting for me to do it. And I was like, oh, I don't want to.
Well, and the other
What?
problem is that since the cops on this ship don't do anything about gang wars, how are you gonna know that it's code 4?
Yeah. This one would have been they would have definitely code 4. They would have came because there would have been, if they at least hit an EMS, it would have been a 14 alpha would have popped. Like
Yeah, and that's also a problem. I mean, you know, on the one hand, that would have definitely brought the cops, but on the other hand, that would also have meant you laying face down on the ground, or whoever the 14 was.
Yeah, it's like it would be good if we could have someone check on us, but also.
No, we were in the spot of we literally could. The only safe thing to do was doctors dealt with the injured people, and everyone who has a government radio just doesn't ever touch it for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Or if they see the hand go up to the ear when we trying to radio into 311. Well, I guess we all kind of were on the same page, and until
yeah,
they.
That's good.
I don't know. I think also robbing the dude in front of come on, and you're both here for the same thing, and then you rob the guy. What are you doing?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go off duty.
All right, I got it.
Hopefully, everyone's going to be sitting on a roof for the next hour before they decide to shoot each other again.
Yeah.
Get some rest. Take care. Yeah, hopefully. But, if not, then, patch them up and send them back out to do it again.
God, they must be happy they don't have to deal with Grandma. I hear I hear she's not expensive in the grand scheme, but much more expensive than the hospital.
I mean, from what I've been told, I think that, well, for one, apparently someone got her hooked on crypto. She's addicted to the stuff. She's got to have a huge portfolio of G&E by now. But also, it is definitely more expensive, both in terms of, especially if it's something happening in the south side. Imagine you have to drive all the way up there and then all the way back down, all that gas money.
Yeah.
Although gas does seem to be coming back down. I'm happy about that.
I just always go to autos. Just because it's always been 8 per gallon.
All right, take care. Be safe.
Yeah, it's always very low.
I actually usually go to Seaside, because the Seaside gas station is usually, it kind of varies between 7 to 9, but I usually catch it when it's 7 and 8. And also, because I work at UWU, I just feel like some kind of, I'm not part of Seaside, but I feel like a kind of loyalty since, Ash is kind of promotes that gas station. For clearly no reason at all. None at all.
I also don't drive enough, and it's like
Radio
because
check?
10-2.
Tango 39, 76, 911.
Yeah, it's just one of the. I just go to the cheapest place, which is autos, because it's always been. It used to be 8.5, which was always funny, but now it's just 8. It's like, okay.
I heard rumor one time that someone went to autos because it was supposed to be, you know, 8, and then they ended up getting charged like $10,000 and got no gas.
Oh, that is. I think I had that might have happened with me.
I had a bug like that similarly. There was a you remember when there was that big, like, I don't know exactly what happened, explosion or something with the Polito gas station?
Oh, I remember. Yeah, yeah.
So
There was
one pump there that still worked. And so some friends and I were out hunting. I was out skinning animals for them. Just to, you know, I was hanging out with them. We were just all chilling. It was a good time. But they need to refuel, and so they decided to try and use that one. And I didn't look at the charge before I clicked the check mark.
Oh no.
And then, thankfully, they didn't fuel at all, and we drove away, and I got refunded almost the full amount, and I'm like, whatever, good enough. But I got charged like $110,000.
Yeah, okay. I never went there because of the rubble, but then I saw they put up more obvious barriers to, fixing the pumps after that.
I didn't actually stop yesterday, but I went by because I try and rotate what restaurants I go to, because while I work at Uwu, I don't want it to look like I'm playing favorites since I'm a deputy mayor. So yesterday was a Mojito Inn Day, or no, this might have been 2 days ago. I think 2 days ago was Mojito Inn Day. But I went up there to get some food, and as I was driving past the gas station coming back to the city, all the rubble was cleared, and they had some Ron Oil signage.
Yeah, I think it's been cleared like that for at least a couple months,
Oh.
or at least a month.
Cool.
But yeah,
So I'm super on top of things. Yay.
I also hear it's $12 a gallon up there.
Oh. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
when you're stuck up there with a low tank, what are your choices?
Praying to get down to Sandy for $9 a gallon if you really want to push your luck.
I mean, yes, that or praying to get to the seaside station where you've got pretty good prices.
Yeah, that's true. But it's also like
I can't help with that, Lyra.
Spend $10 a gallon in city.
I can't shoo them away from here.
Little Soul or Strawberry Gas is just like, why?
Actually, Little Soul, I don't think I've ever seen it above 9.
I think the one time I had to emergency fuel up was at 10.
I mean, when it's an emergency to fuel up, you're kind of stuck with what you get, but yeah, the only gas station in the city I ever have a hard time with is the Strawberry one, but that's because my GPS goes completely wacky, and I never remember how to get there when I actually want to go there.
Oh, I know. That's one of the few places where it's like Strawberry Gas. How do I get there? It's like I have to drive. I usually drive past it every single time I go to the firehouse because I don't know. I like going through this main roads in the south side just because it's avoiding Alta at like Legion Square.
Oh yeah, no. When I'm working at Uwu, sometimes we have to do a run for. There's certain ingredients that we don't get delivered that we have to go out for, and when I do an ingredient run, I always have to drive past it, and I always end up driving past it because that's just where my brain remembers to go for that. So, but my brain never remembers to go there when I actually want gas there.
Also, the morgue. It's right there. The morgue's right there in Crusade. Mostly the morgue. We don't go.
I've actually never been to the morgue still to this day.
I've been to I did, Aphrodite and I had to deal with clown on mime violence with I think a clown and a mime dead, and we had to go to the morgue. And I know I think I passed by it way back when, but they changed. You know, the door's more like an elevator. Works like an elevator now. So gotta look at it the right way.
Interesting.
Yeah,
That's good to know.
I
would
think
not have known
you
that,
should
thank
know
you.
that. Yeah, I was mainly. Since you've never been, it's like I better.
I'll answer it in
maybe
character in a
tell
sec.
him about how the elevator door works nowadays.
Well, I mean, honestly, if I'm being 100% honest about it, 99.9% of the time, I mean, think about it. Around this hour, I'm usually here by myself if I'm here. I mean, yes, we had obviously Dr. Evelyn earlier, and that was amazing. But usually, if I'm here, it's because I'm here by myself. Lately, it's because I'm being called in for a critical. There was no one here. So usually what ends up happening is if I have someone going to the morgue, I do the same thing as if I have someone going to ICU. I bring them back into the back, I get them nice and staged, and I tell Nancy to take care of it from there.
Yeah, you gotta use the in-house. You gotta use the Viceroy incinerator.
I mean, you know, that is an option as well, and maybe that's what Nancy does. But you know, honestly, someone told me about the Viceroy incinerator, and I'm like, why do we have an incinerator in the shower room? That just doesn't track for my brain.
Oh, it's sort of like the pillbox incinerator, you know, always in the showers. I don't know why. I've stopped questioning you.
I don't get it. I'm sure someone gets it. I don't get it. But like I said, I'll just, you know, same thing I do with ICU. I take him to the gurney back by the side helicopter access. And then I just, you know, get him nice and, I mean, comfy is a relative term when you're talking about a corpse.
Yeah.
But I get him arranged there, and then I go, Nancy, do your thing. And then they are no longer visible to my eyes, and therefore are no longer my problem.
I use the X-ray and MRI rooms for ICUs. I don't know why. I sort of, maybe it's a holdover from pillbox. You know how you always put them in the.
Maybe. Well, I mean, keep in mind, I know what I know about pillbox could be written on the side of a thimble in triplicate. Keep in mind, my hire date was June 26th. June 26th at the closings at the tsunami going into the 27th is when pillbox was temporarily decommissioned.
Well,
I worked not a single shift at pillbox.
Yeah, Heaven and they had ICU rooms with beds, and you know, usually could just and doors that I don't think you can lock. Maybe you can lock the doors.
And the doors work differently there. They worked properly there. All right, what do we got?
This man fell off his bike. He was hit by another car, and he flew
goodness.
a really far distance. He's got some minor bruising around his torso. So I've wrapped him up in some ice packs and things.
Helmets usually do save your life, yes.
Ribs. Yeah, he was wearing a helmet, which is amazing.
All right, let's get you taking a look at here.
There we go. Let's get you tucked in.
Yep, get you nice and comfy first. Are you having a hard time getting comfy?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Oh, Jack, hey.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going pretty good.
Wait.
Dr.
Is this
Kyle.
who I think it is?
Mm-hmm, Dr. Kyle.
Mr. Kyle, no, it's good to see you. What was that nice lady's name that transported
Oh, that
me?
was Alice. Alice Liddell.
Alice. Hey, she responded real quick. That was very nice.
All right, let's take a look and see how bad things are. Obviously, some bruising. I'm expecting probably some scrapes. Just hoping nothing's broken, but if there is, we'll take care of it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, good news. I'm not seeing anything broken.
That's great.
In fact, all I'm seeing is some bruising. You got very lucky, and the helmet did a great job.
Yeah. Yeah, she lifted up my shirt and everything, and she just said it was like on my arms, my back, just a little bit of bruised. So
Yep.
she wrapped me up in ice packs. It was so nice.
Well, I got something a little bit fancier than that. You'll probably notice the bruise cream I'm getting on you. This stuff has got some lidocaine mixed into it, so it's going to numb you out pretty good in all the parts that hurt. Plus, it's got some stuff to help bring the bruising down and keep any swelling down, too. All right. Take care, Lyra. I'll see you later. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and get some bandages in here. Just kind of get everything kind of wrapped in place and kept where we want it. All right. How you feeling? You feeling ready to stand up, take on the day again?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and get you to your feet here in 3, 2, 1.
But feels like I did. My head is hurting. I'm having headaches.
Oh,
Do you have
goodness.
any like any over the counter like is that like a Tylenol?
Yeah, here, give me a second here. All right, here you go. Let me go ahead and hand you a couple Tylenol. Oh, not bandages. Here we go. Tylenol.
Thank you. I appreciate it so much.
Absolutely. You take care and be safe out there.
Thank you. It's good to see you. I appreciate it.
You as well. Kyle still has a little bit of a crush on him, but it's mostly replaced by his crush on Oak.
It's pretty soothing.
Well, that's what I got it for.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
You have a good day now.
You as well. Take care. That reminds me, I need to make sure my phone's muted. It'd be rude to get a call in the middle of treating a patient. Oh, I guess Alice got another patient. Guess so. Okay. That was awkward. My headset cord got unplugged for a second there. Well, I wasn't planning on having like a particularly long stream tonight. Oh, I forgot I was going to ask Randy. Completely forgot about that. Yeah, no, I don't think it will either, and that's really weird to me. Because if that was one of the helicopters we could rent, or if that was one of the cop helicopters, or even Life Flight, like literally any regular helicopter, it should have run out of gas by now. Oh, and there's Alice. It absolutely should have run out by now. Yeah, no, I'm probably not too far behind. Like I was starting to say, I wasn't planning on doing a particularly long stream.
Alright, I'm gonna head off. Duty, you take care.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest.
Thank
I'm probably
you.
not too far behind at this moment.
It's okay.
They're back to staring at each other from rooftops, I think.
Yeah.
It's one thing
I
when
was
it's
just
go, 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 but, you know,
Mm.
it keeps my brain awake.
Yeah, yeah. I was just working on the second iteration of my beautiful tweet. Maybe someone will call 911.
I was just annoying Bantam and seeing about getting a police ride along.
Oh, fun.
Not tonight, but like the last couple nights, like you saw that. You saw, or wait, did you see when you saw when I 311 the other night, right? And then when I was called in for critical, or was that not you? I don't remember who that was now. It might have been someone else.
I don't remember.
Okay,
So
it probably
was
wasn't you
probably
then.
not me. Yeah.
Okay, I don't remember either. I remember it was someone, but I don't remember who it was. But anyways, I was like 311ing, and then I'm like, you know, like a couple nights ago, I was like 311ing. I was like, hey, I want to do a police ride along, if anyone's available, and no response. And then last night, I'm like 311ing, and no response. And like I was even at MRPD, and like someone, you know, I was like, hey, can I talk to you? And they're like, I'm busy, and just took off. And I'm like, oh, cool. Like not even like, sorry, busy, can't talk right now. Like, I'm busy, and take off. And I'm like, oh, cool. I probably don't want to ride along with you anyways then.
Yeah. You need to find a friendly one.
Yeah, that's part of the challenge also. I made at least one stream, falling asleep on
them are
college a couple
nice.
times. He says, okay. Yeah, no, absolutely. If I mean, I'm aware it's literally the middle of the night. It's getting practically morning. Like, the sky's going to look like that in a couple more hours. I'm well, so it's absolutely perfectly fine, you know. And feel free to, you know, go to bed, have a good night, take care of yourself. There will always be other times when you can hang out. Yeah, I'm just gonna take this sign down here real quick first.
It's all good. It was nice to see you though.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I definitely don't mind, you know, stopping by, and I mean, I still definitely work here, and I'm always available if I'm around the city, even if I'm a deputy mayor, unless I'm literally in the middle of a meeting. I'm never mad about coming down here to help with criticals and whatever. I just, you know, it was awkward though, because that night, like, I was hanging out in MRPD trying to get something. I get called while I'm there, and then it's like, oh wait, I'm still clocked in as deputy mayor, so I literally had to go back to the mayor's office, clock out there, and then all the way down here to clock in here, so I could doctor.
Oh, that's annoying.
Well, yeah, because you can't be clocked in as 2 government jobs at once.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, you have a good
Yeah.
night. I will talk to you later.
I will. Take care.
You too. I don't need to bother 311ing because she's the only EMS here. Get Nancy back on duty. Lazy such and such. Let's see. Let's eat that right now. The other thing's should have a little bit of life left tomorrow. You as well, Nat. Good night.
See ya, Kyle.
Take care. Alright, we're gonna run up to Uwu to get our car. or drive back to the apartment. We'll get our paycheck tomorrow. Hopefully they're not still using the buildings over here. Whoever you think I am, I'm not. Just let me get back to my car, please. Or at least just don't shoot me. I hate this run. I need to find a better run.
Hey, you ready to see my coolest car? I love this car. Got this at that. Ooh,
No longer reach me, laughing.
it's a little beat up, but yeah.
Dang it. I went slightly too far forward. As soon as it didn't work, I realized. Did you end up replying again? No. Okay, so yeah, just 311. 311 and hope someone says yes. But if they have a cadet with them, they won't. Close enough. Alright, so that's going to do it for us for tonight. Thank you everyone for stopping by, for hanging out in chat. We will be back most likely tomorrow night. Take care, be safe out there, and we will see you next time.